start streaming. Then I need to do one more thing. Get the copy. Okay. This should work. If you can hear me, this should work. Ready? Go live. Come on. Go. There we go. 879. I am back. Thank you for all being so patient. I gotta block this thing. I need to block this. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get something to block it. Right now. I'm gonna block this. There you go. I cannot hit it now with my foot. I have to get a piece of wood. I said last time I was going to make something, but right now I cannot hit it. My foot cannot do it. We're good. Thank you so much for being patient. I apologize. That's twice. I know I'm an amateur, but I will get better at this. You know, I will, I promise. Okay, where are we at? Now, let me go back to the stock. I told you it was going to drop. It did go up. I told you. When the stock goes down, I want to make this a little larger so you can see something. And this is something I learned. You see here? This thing said to go down with the stock. And I'm going to take away all my lines. Well, I'll wait for that. Oh, duty. Okay. Here, whenever it drops, there's all your shorts. If you were shorting, you would short probably around here. And you could have taken it all the way down. Now, when the shorts get out, they have to complete. So what they do is they have to buy the stock back to complete the transaction. Because remember, they sell them, they're only borrowing the shares, and to give them back, they have to buy them back. All right, so when they buy them back, that's this rush here. From what I was taught from another carrier, I'm not going to mention any names, he always said with the candlesticks, wait for the second green to be above the first. So here you see it did go down on the green to 867. You could have gotten in this one when this is above at 875. And if you got it at 875, you could have rode this up to 895 and made 20 cents quick money. Okay? And you always want to wait. And you can see this thing came up and said to buy in, but it probably didn't buy in until about the second arrow because it is delayed. And if you watch the TTM scalper, and for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you go into, you go into edit studies, into here. And you go into, which one was it? Wait, I had it right the first time. This here. And you go into here, and you just type in TTM. And you'll see it comes up TT Scalper Alert. I have the squeeze and the alert. So if you put these thing in, the scalper will end up here, and then, oh, this says MACD. I changed it out and put the MACD. Okay. All right, for now. Sometimes I use the squeeze instead of the MACD. But for right now, let's leave it at that. I keep the MACD, and I got the scalper, and then you apply and say, okay. So when you have it, if you watch this thing for about a week, and you kind of followed it to say I'm going to buy and sell on the trades, then it tells you to sell here. And you could see that if you had sold here at 922, you would have taken this down to about 860. You would have made some real money. And if you did it on a 5-minute, so you wouldn't get too scared, even a 3-minute, okay? So it tells you to get out here. It would have been a little different. Let's look at the 5. Which one? There you go. So if it tells you, where's the line? It told you here. There was a little bit up and down. You might have thought to get out, and you might have, but if you had held, you'll see you would have got out here. That's why I think sometimes I like the 1 minute, because it gave me a little bit more. There was a little consolidation, but I would have waited for the drop. I would have seen which way it was going, and I would have been up. So it wouldn't have mattered if it started to go back up, but it didn't. It went back down. And here it tells you now to buy up. Now, this TTM scalper is taking into consideration what's happening here. The buys, people that are speculating to buy, if they hit the price, and the people that sell. So it takes in the average of buy and sell here on the amount of shares, and it takes in here. And it also takes in the money markets when they get hit. And it knows if there's more in the algorithm going up or going down. And this is all done in milliseconds. We could not do this in our mind. All right? So if you watch this for a week and say, if I follow the TTM scalper, can I make money? And the answer is yes. Okay? You might not make as much, and you might be better on your own, but it sure shows you what you can do. Okay? So I'm back at the 1 minute. I'm going to change because now some things have changed in here. All right? So if I go to the high here, and I go to the high here, okay, there's my line. So I'm right there, and you can see that right now, about $8.80 I have resistance, maybe even $8.75. And if I go from here, all right, because that was my low point, and I go to that line right there. So you can see, I think right now, we're ready for a squeeze on this stock. Now here's the big question. Is this stock going to squeeze up, or is it going to squeeze down? And this is a real good example, and if you want to, I'll show you something real quick. I can take a screenshot of this. I can save a copy. Okay, and let's save it to my desktop. It's called, it's okay, charts, 2022 charts. And then I want to close it. How do I close this thing? Okay, and then I can come into the room. Where am I? And I can give you a picture of it. And you can look at it and see how I do what I do and why I do it. And let's see, name, come on, date modified. Where is it? I put it up there, charts. Okay. Usually I put a circle in there so you can see. So now you got the chart, you can open it up and save it. And you can see where I made my lines, how I made my trend lines if you're new at this, okay? And you can see, I told you it's going to squeeze, all right, around here. And it's starting to squeeze up. And here's your second green. This is a buy signal right there. That is a buy signal. So if I wanted to take the chance right now and trade it, I don't like the idea that it's still being manipulated. It's only 40,000 shares. So here you got 60,000. Here you got 70 is 130. So, and there's the next one. It's small. It may be small, but it's 50,000 shares. Remember that the size of a candlestick has nothing to do with how many shares are being traded. You can see a very big candlestick with very few shares. And then you can see a small candlestick with a lot of shares. It has to do with the prices from where it opens to where it's closing. Okay? So there's a little lesson in that. Let me put this volume down. Okay. So right now I told you that's how I make my squeeze points, and I have a whole section of things when I save these into a folder that I call squeeze, and I can go back and I can teach for them to show traders how it goes and why and where it's going to go. Also, if we're looking at the SPY, which I'm not, and if I just my other computer, if I hit the word trade real quick, I can see that the SPY is still going up. What a terrific day! And if I look at the Dow right now, the Dow's got to be enormous. It's up. Last time I had it was 574, 580. So it slowed down a little bit. Everything is up. You got 580 on the Dow. You got a Nasdaq is 334. This is a beautiful day. 8724 on the S&Ps. So this is a really, really green day. I mean, this is tremendous. Okay, and if you want to hold on, let me see something real quick. Let me see. Wow, I got a lot of things open here. Ooh. All right, let me put this up here for a second. Okay, and I want to put this down. And what else do I got? Okay, I took that away. What else is up there? Woof. Woof, 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 woof. Okay, I don't need... Let me see what's up here for a second. Sorry about that. Okay, all I have is that. Now I want my scanner. What did I just do? Oh, shoot. I don't want that. I don't want that. Okay, back. Okay, I need this screen. See if I can take some of this out. Okay. I lost everything before, but I still have them in my other computer, so I got to move them back over to the top. So you'll be able to see them when I want you to see them. Okay, this is the scanner. I'm just going to reduce that. To put this back, right, figure this out. Close window. Come on. Close. Okay. All right, where am I at? Okay, and I can get rid of this scanner now. Okay, I'm good. How are we doing? And the stock, you see, it's not, it looked like they wanted to squeeze up, but there's just not enough volume right now. So until that volume starts to go over 100,000, I'm not touching it because it's being manipulated. If I go in right now, it could come right down really quick. It could take my money. And because I'll get scared and I'll get out, and that's what he looks for. And I know that already. And that's called stock market manipulation. You can look it up. You can go on Google and Google that word, and you'll see there's a lot of stuff that's been put about that. Stock market manipulation. I'm just trying to close down some of these. I have so many charts open. because they doubled up. Let's see. Okay. Let's get rid of this one. Still got it. Good. Let's get rid of this scanner. Okay, hold on. Where are we at? Uh-oh. I think I did it wrong. Just hold on. Okay. Okay, RDBX. I don't know why I lost that. Detach. Okay. There you go. I'm trying to figure out why. It's like double, tripled itself. I can't stop it. So a lot of times what I do is I'll take this and I'll shrink it down and then I'll bring it, let's say, watch, boom, and then I can bring it. I still can't get it. Wow, so big. And this way I can put both of these in here together. Okay, let's see if I can close this a little more. I can make the other one a little bigger. That's fine. So I'll bring this to here, and then I'll bring this one over a little bit. And then what I'm able to do, I'll show you. When things get a little slow, and like this stock is in a channel right now, and it's not moving. So what I do is I will go to my chart, and it's not showing here. Why? Why is my chart not showing? Okay, hold on. Let me see what I'm looking at. There we go. All right, so when I go through this, I can go to the top, and I go to the highest percentage and bring it to the top. Boom. And then I can look at SPRC, and it actually looks very similar to the chart on RDBX. Then I can go to this one. Let me just do one thing real quick. Let me go back to the charts. Okay. Then I can go back to this one. There's your RDBX. See how the charts look very similar? And it's just all in a lunchtime halt right now. That's DLTR. It's got a new high of 162.43. So, right, this is a stock that's moving, and it's definitely moving with the SPY, as you can see. And there's a lot of movement in here right now. I can't see the amount of stock because I can't open the chart completely enough to see the volume. I can see it below, and right now that's also a little low. There was a couple there I added in before. I just want to take here AVYA. Stock that is shortable. So here's one that went up today from 344. So it looks like a lot more movement. Back here it's 318. Here's a nice start. So you started a low. It did go down in the beginning of the day at 393. And nice. It moved, but it moved very slowly. You can see this stock did not have a lot of volume, but it was enough to make it move up to the point. And it might come back. If you look at the stock, and let's go and take a look on, let's say, a 5-day. That's it? No, that didn't work. Let's see. Let's go to 20-day, 1 hour. Okay, so you can see this stock in the long run has been going down, 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 down. Today it corrects. There's been a lot of correction in the market today. So did we see the bottom? I don't think so. And the reason I say that is I don't see that anything with this government is going to change. And with the feds, they're going to still raise the interest rates a few more times this year. So I don't believe that we're going to see the end of this. Where's my mouse? Okay, let me do this bigger. Bam. That's not it. Uh-oh, what did I do? Where did I find you guys? Uh-oh. Did I lose you guys? I can't believe this. Okay. This is going to be a terrible replay chart. I can tell you that. Okay. Let's go back. I'm going to go back to RDBX. Nothing else has really seemed to be happening. And I can, instead of watching this, I can expand it and make it larger and put it back to my 5 minutes if I want. And you can see right now, it's not something you want to touch just yet. It went to this point where it should have squeezed up. It started to. It looked like it was going to, and it just stayed in the channel. So right now, there's nothing moving. Does anybody see any of the stocks right now that are moving? And I'm sorry for all the confusion. It's just that when I pull up all the stuff here, I've got a lot of things that should be here. Okay. Wow. I'm afraid to close anything on the bottom, and I have so much open. Better leave it alone. Let's see, buildings. 4. Got them like 3 or 4 times. This one I can get rid of. That's my my 6 and 1. Okay, I'm still good. Oh shoot, what did I do? Yeah, still good. I'm playing with fire right now. Playing with fire. That's my scanner. That's this one. That's my 3 and 1. That's my 3 and 1 again. Let's get rid of the first ones. I'm afraid to touch anything. I left you blank again? There it is. Come on. I don't believe this. Okay. Alright, we're good. So right now, we're back to RD. Ear just spiked. I missed the short. Oh, wow. Okay. So, let's go. I'm going to go to my other computer. Let's see. In here. And I don't have ear in there. So I'm going to put it in just so we can take a look at it. And I'll do that. And I'll just hit ear. And we can see now that ears did spike up. It's too bad we didn't know, but it went from approximately where you could have got in about 134. It looks like a lot more. It spiked to 154. You probably would never have seen that, but really, realistically, you could have got about 150. And now it's back down again. What's it going to do? Why is it moving? Okay, that's what you have to ask yourself. Why is this stock moving? And if I go right now, I see Paulie put this up there for me. Thank you. And if I go right now, I can see that if I go into Yahoo Finance, that the float is 25 million. That's number one. And if I go back to the summary and I go to look at today's, 13 days ago was the last time it had any news. So this is just a lunchtime pump and dump. That's it, folks. That's my opinion. Unless there's some strange news somewhere else, I don't see it. And when I look in right now into Benzinga below, because I do have, you see in here, 1210 tells us about stocks that are moving. There is nothing in today for the 26th to show anything. So even Benzinga and Yahoo Finance shows me nothing on the news. It's not a stock I'm going to watch. It's just a quick pump and dump. And I don't want to chase stocks. This is how you lose money. So be careful. You're going to see a lot of that. This is lunchtime. Okay? Make sense? Okay, let's see. Why is it so hard to find? I'm looking for something. Extra files. There you go. Wow. There's too much stuff in here. Way too much stuff. Okay. I'm looking in my files. There's something I wanted to put up, but I can't find it. It's not good. Let's see if I try it this way. Stock. Trading, watch list, charts, stock, watch list. That's not what I want. Stock photo. Stock related. I can't find it. Can't find what I'm looking for. I like the other computer much better. Let's see, I think I can find it in the other computer. That'd be much easier. That's right, that's why I leave it open. I can go right to it. It's a much better setup. And now I can say, here we go. It is time for lunch, for those of you that are hungry. I can't find it in one computer, but the other one that I use in Deck's room is much easier, and I've connected them all together, so I can go back and forth and watch what's going on. Paul Petrino. Okay, why isn't this quality better? Let's go in there. There you go, that's much better. I need better computers. I need some bigger monitors that'll give me a higher definition. And that's why what I show you is on a lower, it's on a TV monitor where it goes into an HDMI, but the definition of the TV is really too low. A friend of mine died in December and left me 2 TVs, one I'm using in my main room. I had a TV that was a 30-inch, it's all I needed. It's so old, it was so thick and round, it was 200 pounds. It was an RCA that refused to quit, not a line on the screen. But when I got this new flat screen, I finally got rid of it. And it's not that I couldn't afford a TV, I just never got around to it. There was no reason. It's not like it broke and I need it. I don't watch elaborate movies and all that stuff that a lot of you do on these big screens. I have no interest in that. I really don't. There's my son. Zupa Depesky. Wow. Wow. Hold on 1 second. I hope you were smart enough not to pay that price. Okay, that's my rich son. He's a millionaire. He was a millionaire at 20 years old. Unfortunately, my ex-wife, his mother died after we divorced. She won a $17 million settlement and left 2 of my kids that I had with her. Left them $2 million each. And he's already gone through it. Look at this. Wow. There goes ear down the drain. I don't even know why I'm still watching it. All right. So I told you it was a pump and dump, and it's exactly what it's doing. And I can't short it. It was shortable, I think, believe it or not, with TOS, but not anymore because all of them have been bought up or taken up. So I'm not going to watch it dump to the floor because that's all it's doing. And I'm going to go back and watch RDBX. And wow, look at this, the whole market. So what happened here? What happened? Did the SPY drop? That's probably what happened. Let me just take a quick look and look at the, wow, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, charts, trade. Okay, the SPY, here we go. The SPY did not drop. It didn't do anything. It's still going up. In fact, the SPY just hit a brand new high. So the question is, why did all these stocks both dump at the same time? EAR and RDBX. Now, RDBX also, what made it move? There's really no news. It says, what's going on with RBX and the entertainment stock today? And if you open up the news on this thing, it says that Redbox season volume over a 100-day period is about 13.6 million according to data. Thursday's trading volume has already exceeded 48 million. So it was a pump and dump is all it really is. This stock has no real big news. It says it announced it would be acquired by Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment. So Redbox is being bought up. All right, and Chicken Soup is CSSE, and I didn't know that because I never read the news before. I was too busy trying to fix my mistakes. But CSSE, and just for curiosity, I'd like to see what it looks like. And that's CSSE, and it did go up. And look at that! Ooh, what a mess! But it did go up, and it's still up there. But it was very, very slow moving, not low. It looked like Redix took the took all the movement, and look, it's done. It is done. So very happy for those of you that were able to short the stock and did, because you just made a lot of money. Anybody in here is able to get shorts? Anybody? I'm so glad that I did not chase this stock. And if you look what I did, if you look over here, you see what I did? I left my 2 channel lines, okay? But I drew before and I left it a line to show you that it was in a downtrend line. And look at this. I did it to about here, and look at that. I left it right there, and look at where it's going, and down, down, down. This is the lower VWAP right there. That's a plot. That yellow line is a plot for the lower VWAP. This is a plot for the upper VWAP. And if you look along here, what did this stock do? It kept touching the upper VWAP. And that's why, folks, I put these lines in here, okay? Right now, I can take out this top one. I'm going to just remove it. All right, I don't really need it. And this thing here, the bar has really been lowered to here now, okay? So if you see where this is now, and you see here before, you have below here, and now you have below here, this is your new bar, right there. So $7.90, there's your bar, from $9, which was really $8.90, I think, right? $8.67, $8.70. It was about $8.70, that's what I told you before, about $8.75, $8.70. There was your bar, and that's gone. All right, so truthfully, no matter what this thing did over here, you can take this out. It doesn't do us any good right now. Here's our bar. Here's the stock touching right there at the 8,780 mark. That was your low. Now it's trying to creep back, and these people are going to try to ring us in. It used to be like 40 or 50. I don't know what they hung up. Smart move. I'm busy. I'm live right now. Thanks for the microphone. Works great. Never had a problem. My son bought me that microphone one day. I told him I was going live. He goes, oh, you got to get a... He's very into it. He's got his own recording studio for music. So he bought me that. We were going to get the professional. This one here is the... What do you have to call this thing? It's a Blue Yeti. Blue Yeti. Probably make a lot of noise. Blue Yeti actually is a very... We didn't get the professional. It's got some more tweaks on it. But in OBS... In the studio, there are some adjustments in there that I can make. Right now, I see them a little high, but I don't know. You can turn down your volume. I'd rather be a little higher than lower. How do I sound? Is it clear? Is it clear today? Other than I screwed up twice, I did put something. I'd like to send you a picture and show you what I did with the switches. But twice, my foot went under there, and I'm going to build a little piece of plastic and melt it and put it around there so it clicks in. So if my foot hits it, it'll hit the plastic, but not underneath where the switch is. Or I got to turn this thing and screw it a different way. It's just a power strip with I got about 3 or 4 of them under here. Okay. But it's good now. I can't hit it with my foot. I apologize. I'm getting better all the time. I used to get mad at my school. The teachers who taught weren't cool. I used to be able to sing when I was younger, but I got older. And like I told you, I lost my voice. I was pretty good, but I was so busy. I got married very young. I had my first kid by the time I was 24. So I have a son right now who's born in 1979. That makes him what? 9, 10, 11, 12, 43 years old. Life goes by so fast. For some of you that are young, you're going to watch your life pass by like it was yesterday. And then you'll think back and go, I remember that active trader 20 years ago. That old fart. And the only problem is, I feel like physically I feel 70. Mentally, I feel like I'm 35, 40. But then I look in the mirror and I go, who's that grandfather? That's not me. Yeah, who is that guy? So I started growing my hair long again. I decided I'm not doing that shave deal that you all do. I'm going for the long hair, you know? So one day when I get buried, cremated, or whatever it is, I'm taking my hair with me. Wow, Paulie, you could be my son. All right, it's official. We're going to talk later, all right? I got your number. I know who you are. I got your number. By the way, Paulie, I already knew how old you were. Take a look. Did it go in? Hold on, where did that go? Oh shit. I was supposed to go on the board. Picked it off of there. Okay. Went in the wrong place. There. You see that? I already knew that. I know all about you. I know where you live. I know who your wife is. How'd I do? Okay. Let's see. Did I sell anything? I sold something on eBay. Package got to go out. Memorial Day, 15% off coffee. Nothing. Okay. I also have an eBay business, so I'm always busy. I make an extra $20,000, $30,000 a year just selling stuff that I have in my house. How old were you kids when you got the divorce? The first or the second one? I got a first family and a second family. My first divorce was after 8 years of marriage. So my kid was born in 79, 9 and 8 is 17. I was divorced, I think, the end of November of 1986 or 7. I'm not sure. 86, I think. And then I met this girl in 1989. We spent 8 years together. We ended up divorced. She got crazy. She died at 43. I was 35 and she was 22 when I met her. We got married within 6 months and had a kid very quickly. That's the kid I was just talking to. He was born in 91, so that makes him what? He's going to be, he's going to be 30, he's 31. Unbelievable. Time flies. And that's my youngest. He's 31. And I met my other wife when I was 50 years old. I met her on Match.com, and we've been together 17 years. February was 17 years. So I've been with this wife longer than I was the other 2 wives together. I see that, Paulie. We're going to talk later. Wow. RDBX did not hold. I hope that somebody in this room was at least able to short this stock, you know? Let's see if I can brighten me up a little. I like the blue light. Does that look a little brighter? Let's see. Just to show you, I do have a little hair left. Trying to grow it long on the sides and the back and become like the old days. And I got my Deckmar hat, you see, and somebody that can't see, and I got my Deckmar shirt. So when I'm here, I'm Deckmar. Wow. But this wife, I will be with her till death do us part. She's not my type. She doesn't look like anything I ever would have dated. She's Italian. She got a big mouth. Okay, she's from Brooklyn. I'm a Jew. I'm from New York, but I'm a Jew for Jesus. And the truth is, we're so different. All right, she went to Catholic school and wore that white shirt and the plaid. I don't even tell you what my thoughts were back then. But you know what? She's the best friend I've ever had, and I trust her with everything I got. I really do. I love her. I love her. I really do. She's my best friend. We have a routine going on, and I do most of the cooking. I do most of the cooking. Some of you don't know. I make the best pizza from scratch. And you do that, I roll it out, and unfortunately that pizza ended up costing me because I put a lot of weight on. But I like to cook. I really enjoy it. I went out to some really good... Is this the Mexican here? Let me see something real quick. If not, I'll take it off the board. Come on. Where'd it go? Oh, that's my cat. That's my little girl. See, I'm right. See right behind me, those 3 monitors? And there's a 4th one on top. Okay? That's where I'm sitting, next to the bed, behind the bed. And she just comes in when I'm trading a lot of times, and she'll fall asleep. I wasn't trading that time. But that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for some something to eat. Where did it go? Like I said, I like to cook. I'm a good cook. Let's see, photos, make a pizza. I can teach you all how to make a really good pizza. When AK-47 kept saying, Pompano, I'm going to Pompano. So I got him a picture. There's your fish. That's a Pompano. That's a Pompano. A Pompano is a fish. And I live in Pompano Beach. All right, I'm still on the 5 minutes on the chart, which seems to be okay for now. Just want to see what it looked like on a 1 minute. Because I used to trade only on the 1 minute. And you can see, it's like steps down. Steps, step down, consolidation. Step down, consolidation. Step down, looks like a mid-candle breakout ready to go. What's it going to do? What's it going to do? We're on the 1 minute right now. Let's keep a close eye and see what happens. But right now, I'm on my lower. Let's go back to the 5. I think it shows me more of the chart. And it does. And you can see, there's my lower VWAP plot right there. There was my plotting that I made over here. And we're still, oh, I made it somewhere. But it's still there. We're right there on that lower 780. And that seems to be the support right now. And I told you earlier, I said to you where it would fall. And I told you, and it did. It fell exactly where I said. The 879, I told you that. I told you, because I was looking over here on this side, and it told me right there. And then I said 830, and then here. And the low mark was the right back here. And there it is, 776 to 7, right there, 783. That's exactly where we're at. And if you look across, it looks like old resistance has now become support again, going back the other way. And that's how you know this stuff. So I'm going to get rid of the fish. I don't need it on there. And you don't need to see my cat. But I'll leave the pizza in case anybody wants a slice. How are we doing? Anybody see any other stocks right now that are moving? Okay. I want to take one more look on the other computer, and I want to see. I don't know if I have it up there. I can do it on that computer. Let's see. Do I have the 3-in-1 on here? I don't have the 3-in-1. Let me see if I can move that one over. There we go. I can take. There it is. 3-in-1. Okay. And I take this, and I detach it, and I can move it over. Perfect. Okay. We got 3 stocks. Now I can see RDBX. Any other stock we want to watch? Okay, so we can watch this here. And I want to watch this. It's at the 5 minute, but I'm going to put this on a 3 minute. Change it around a little bit. And if there's any other stocks, we'll watch them. Just call them out on the board. I'll watch the board. Johnny's coming in right now with something to say. Let's see what Johnny's got to say. Johnny trades. Kilroy, what's going on here? Well, you're typing to each other. And then we got the SPY, and look at this. It went from 407, and it did pull back to 405. I don't know if this followed it, because before I looked at it, this was there. Wow, you can't even see it. Not on this chart. You can't really see it. That's why I have to just go by the numbers and see. You go by the number, the high, and then look here, and then you can see the pullback. 946, look at the pullback. That's RDBX. Let's put another stock in here. I think this was a 5 minute, and that was a... I usually had this on 1, and this was a 5. What does it say? Yeah, 5 minute. You see it? Right there. So, I'm going to watch this. Yeah, leave it on the 5 minute. What did I just do? I got rid of the box? I don't want to do that. RD. Oh, I see. Is there any stocks in here? Recent? Let's see. SPRC. There's nothing really happening. 465. Everything pulled back. Everything. Is there any other stocks that we were looking at? I was looking at GOBX earlier, but that's not doing anything either. Okay, it's on a 1 minute. Glad you're back. Me too. Thanks, Johnny. I appreciate that. I was watching in the car and I went black. You shouldn't be watching that while you're driving. You may not be driving and texting, but that's driving and trading. I don't know. There might be a law against that. Okay, let me go back right now. Is there any stocks? Throw them on the board. All right, I want to see if there's anything going on. Nothing's going on. What I can do right now is, let's get out of here real quick and let me go back into, okay, put that back up there and I can make this smaller. All right, so we can watch it. And I can go to the top, SPRC. You can see it's just consolidating. Nothing is going on right now with SRC. I can go to EAR. EAR went up, came back down. I'm going to put this back a little lower and put it to about a 2 minute, so it looks a little differently. Then we had DLTR, and you can see this stock went up very slowly, but it was consistent, and it's still up there. It did not give much back. It gave back about 2 points, and there's a big spread, so you can see between. Well, not really. I'm sorry. It's only about 12 cents. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, and that's a stock to watch, DLTR. Because this is a stock, if I go in right now and I go to a 5 day, that's 5 minute, but let's see, let's go a little further. Let's go to a 20 day, 1 hour. There we go. You can see this stock, what it did, it was high, it came back down, had a low of 124.76 about 5 days ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This gray area is after hours and pre-market. Okay, but you can see it's consistently boom, 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 and then 2 nights ago, you see it started to go up in the after hour, okay, and now where it is now, right here. So this is a stock to watch. If you like higher price cap stocks, this is definitely one to keep an eye on, because DLTR looks like it's going up. I don't know what they do. What is this? Anybody see the name? Hold on, let me just go back to 2 minutes again. DLTR, Dollar Tree. Oh, Dollar Tree. Didn't Dollar Tree get bought out a month ago or so? I'm not sure. Keeps passing the buck. Let's see, Dollar Tree's Mike Wininski, Q1. Maybe not. Soaring, Dollar Tree soars. Dollar Tree is always a good stock, and I believe, and it is, Dollar Tree is easy to borrow. So this is a stock you can trade both ways all the time. Now, for some of you, I told you, I give away free, okay? You're all here? How many are sitting in here right now? Let me just get rid of this for a second. Boom. And there's 19 of you. I want to show you something. I can go into this here. I can change this, go to personal, and I have every stock in here except one. I lost one, PLAB. It'll probably come back. But see this? See what this says? ETB. There's almost 200 stocks in here that are shortable all the time. And when things are slow, what you can do is you can actually, and here's your RSI, and these are correct. You can see the RSI for every stock. You can put it in order of this. Look, watch this. This is pretty cool. So here you see stocks like PLAB. This one right now is probably going down, and that's why you can't see it, but it's probably hard to borrow. But you can see here, you can go look at all the stocks that are overbought, and you can see about shorting any one of these right now. Or you can go the other way, and you can go down to stocks that are let's do it this way, and you can see it from the top. Now you can look at stocks that are 2020. Is that in order? It doesn't look right. There you go. You can look at stocks that are undersold, okay, that are oversold. Stocks that may have a possibility of going up, like Snap. Look at Snap. It's at $14.62. Now that was a stock that actually moved the markets on Wednesday. It dropped from $24 down to $14. I actually got it a few times. It gave me a rough time. It gave me a ride. I felt like I was riding a bull. I just couldn't get the timing right. And folks, let me tell you what, I can teach anybody here how to trade. I can teach you how to make money. And you can be a lot better at it than I am. Because it all has to do with timing. It all has to do with reading and looking at, okay, at a chart and being able to know where's the resistance, where is the support. And that's really, really important to know that, okay? And once you've got that down, and this is a hard one to look at, okay, you have to make it like this, a little bigger to see it. And if you look at each time the support, and there's a stock, it's getting lower, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, high of day, okay? Came down a little, and there it's set to go down. Right now, we don't know which way it's going. It's probably working off the SPY. Okay, so I'm just showing. But I have a list that I give away. So if you don't have it, you didn't get it from me, and I add and take away from it. So sometimes this may change to not to buy. So when that happens, I take them out. And when I see new ones come in, I just go back. And I give that away from time to time to people who want this. But I've been working on this for about 2 years, adding and taking away stocks. I have even, I'm going to make this bigger again so we can see it. I have even gone into my scanner. I'm going to show you something. And in my scanner, you see this? I put it in my scanner. There's a little thing here. And you can open this up and you can customize in your scanner. And what I did is I added the RSI and the HTB. And also net change and percentage change. Because percentage change works daytime and after hours. Net marked percentage change only works in the morning when you can only see the volume. Alright, so these are some of the changes that I have made to mine, and by doing this I can look through this and say, let's see, I just saw an ETB. Where is it? Right there, boom. RNA. I write it down on a piece of paper, then later I go in there and I take all the ones I wrote down and I'll add them to my list if they're not already in there. Okay, you can go up and down. Right now there's not many, but I'm just showing you how it's in there. And while we're here, why don't we do a quick scan? I mean, we're already there, right? I love this thing. This has a great scanner. And if I don't want too many stocks in there, I can bring it down to about 50. All right? That's still more than I can see. And certain times of the day, I'll bring this up. Like I said, 4.5, 5%. There's hundreds of them. I only want to see the high percentage ones because they're the ones going to make me the money, whether I take them up long or short them. Okay? And right now, from high to low, see, always make sure it's correct. We can see PLAG, a stock that's probably being shorted. So right now, let me see if I put that in there. And I didn't. I'm just going to add that in for right now so I can look at that stock. And then I go back down, and there's talk, not much going on. 245 to 301, 250. Went up about 50 cents. Came back down. It's not really a big deal. I don't really see much that's happening. Just a quick check on the last 2-3 minutes. Right now, I think we're in a lunch period that's just consolidating. And here you can see RDBX. That's a warrant. You see it ends with a W? That's a warrant. We don't trade warrants. But when the warrants go up, so does the stock. The warrants are cheaper. And yes, you can trade them. Okay? We just don't usually trade them. They don't move as much as the stock itself moves. All right? And then you got Talk. Moved 40 cents. 57 on the high. Let's see. But it's not enough movement for me to run after it. Here's one. SIG. Did I put SIG in? I already have SIG in my watch list. And it's short. No, it's not shortable. I think it was, but it's not anymore. Wait. This shows ETB on my list. And this shows none to borrow. That's very strange. Let me go back and forth. This says none to borrow. This one, that's so weird. In my list, it says that it's shortable. That's really weird. That doesn't make any sense at all. None. Wow. Let me see something. Let's see if I open this a little more. I can't get that to open. See, I know it's ETBST. There you go. It doesn't. This is really strange. In one list, it's showing none to borrow, and in my other list, SIG, it's showing watch list. It's showing I can borrow it. That's really, really strange. It's a stock I would definitely keep an eye on. It's really high up on the list. $8 to $9 to head 10 later. This stock has moved. And really, that's about it for now. I don't see anything else. Unless you see something I don't see. This stock's go down. All right, let's close this down. Let's go back for a second. You remember SIG was not shortable? Let's go to my watch list. Look at SIG right here. Look at what it says, ETB. So that other one was incorrect. This is moving right now. So was the other one. I don't get it. That should have said it should have said NTB. So I just found an error in what a surprise. You all saw it, right? I got witnesses. We're going after them. They caused me to lose money because it says it was easy to borrow and it wasn't. And I went for the other way and they cost me money, So, no, I didn't trade it. But if I look at SIG anyway, I can go on another one. And I'll just change it for a second, just keep an eye. And if I go into SIG in my watch list and trade it over, you can see there's been some movement. You can see a lot of up, down, but it's all like 10 cents, 20 cents, 10 cents. So you could have followed it, but the right there, you have 700 shares. Right here, you have 200 shares. You see the volume right there? Watch when I touch the candles. There really isn't. It could be one person doing this. So right now, if you come in with 3,000 shares, but that's $80 stock, you're probably not going to do that. That'd be $180,000. But one person could be manipulating the stock, just having fun, going up, down, up, down. And he's got a lot of money and has nothing to do with his life, except play with this thing and maybe trap one of us. But there you go. That's how I look at that. And if I look at the other way, let's see. Right now, PLAG, there's another one still falling. If you could have shorted the stock, you could have made some real money. SPRC didn't do much. EAR, let's see, it's down already. I'm going to leave it back on RDBX. It's the only stock that's had movement up and down. So there we go, folks. What are we looking at? What are you doing? Let's see, RDX, and you can see right now it pulled a low right here. It pulled a low underneath the VWAT, the lower VWAT plot, hit a tip for about $7.50, and now it's back to $8.12. So even if you couldn't have got in there, but you might have got in somewhere around $7.65, you couldn't be making money right now. Now the question is it coming back up? Is anybody watching the SPY? And if I look real quick at my other one, I'm just going to pull it up. I don't want to ruin the board, so I'm going to look at somewhere else. The SPY is 407 high. It looks like it's coming back up again, and so is RDBX. So there you go. Anybody watching any other stuff might have to dust off my TOS account just for the scanner. That's what I've been telling you. You know what? I hope you didn't close it. If you didn't close it, you can use it. If not, put $100 in there and just use it. It's the money's safe. They're never going to take your money. I love their scanners, and if anybody doesn't have them, I will give them to you free. I will give you all my setups already set up, and then I showed you, and I'll teach you again from time to time how to tweak it out at certain times of the day. How you move up the percentage when there's so many stocks. You don't want all the low percentage stocks in it. You want some that are a little higher. I don't go any higher than 5%. I don't, because it takes out too many stocks. I still want to watch the stocks that are up and coming. Wow. Yeah, well, you know what? It may drain your computer if you have a lot of things. If you want, Johnny, I'll get with you one day. Maybe the two of us. You give me your number. Well, I'll talk to you, and I'll go over your charts with you, and I'll show you, TOS showed me, how to take certain things out. So if you look in here right now, there's nothing in here. The more things that you have and used will drain you, but I can show you how to adjust. Let me look at the APYX. I can show you how to adjust when you first come in. And this is nice. APYX is up 1.5 points right now. APYX. I'm going to put that on my watch list, and then I'm going to put it back in alphabetical order, and I'm going to click on it. Let's see what it looks like. Bam. So it doesn't look like much this way. All right. Let me go back to the room so I can see you guys. And if I go back to even 1 minute on this, and I want to bring it in a little closer so we can see what the stock's really been doing. There's really not been that great of movement on it, but yet from the day start here, okay, it was at $4 when it opened today. And it went up and hit a high of 568, but it came back like most of the others, gave it all back, gave some of it back, and it's consolidated and stayed in a, what do you call that? I call it a chamber. It's not a chamber. I can't forget the word. I think it starts with a C. But it stayed in that column of a certain price from probably like 540 to 520, and it stayed in there until recent. And right now it's spiking again. So it just hit 550, and it might try to get over 550. What was the high of the day? 568, which is a good high of the day. So I don't know what's going on that it's even going to go for the stock and make it a new high of the day. What are you thinking? Tell me a channel. Thank you. What did I say? Did I say channel? I said channel, didn't I? Excuse me 1 second. Okay, that takes care of that. Let me get my water. All right, be right back. Just want to get some ice. Okay, tonight I'm cooking chicken. Let's see, I'm going to tape this down for a second. Give me 1 second. I'm almost there. I did a little sale on eBay and I got a package going out. Okay, there we go. Taped up. And tomorrow I will not be here for a while. I'm going to, like I said, I got my car sold. And, give me 1 second. Okay. I sold my car for $6,000 profit. And tomorrow I will collect. Very happy. I bought out my lease on my car. And I'm tired of letting people make money on me. So I got a dealer that put me a guarantee for tomorrow for, I bought it for $19,400. That was the payout after, it was a Kia Optima. They don't even make them anymore. And I got it sold for $25,800. $25,700. He's charging me $79 for the title. But that's over $6,000 profit. That's a nice day's work. I'm eating. This is a brownie. It's only 70 calories. Low in sugar. These are like what do they call these? Brownie chocolate fudge. 70 calories. It's fiber one, so a lot of fiber in here. It's good for you. I'm gonna go work out at the gym a little later. I worked out yesterday, but I only worked out my legs. I'm gonna work my uppers today. I'm feeling much better. I'm getting a lot more energy. I've been working out. I joined Planet Fitness. Luckily, I'm over 60, over 50 or 60. They give it to you for free if you have insurance. So it's a good deal. Silver sneakers. I get silver sneakers. I get something for being old. The one thing about me being here, I don't blow my nose every 5 minutes. You catch that? There's something wrong with that. Okay. Anybody have any questions or anything that they want to know or anything they need in like TOS? I can help you with that. Anything with TOS, pretty much. Any questions that you have? Anything you're thinking? Very soon, I'm going to start giving lessons on options. For those of you that don't do them, and for those of you that do options, I'm going to ask you for all the help I can get from you. Still, the account with TOS was draining my computer. Yeah, we talked about that. And I will help you with that because when you first come in to TOS, so if you go out of TOS, I'm going to help you maybe make some changes in the memory. There's a setup. I don't know if you ever used it or did anything with it. You still here, Johnny? Or am I talking to myself? Johnny here? Let me see. Yeah, he is here. Very interested in options. Me too, because that's where the money is. Especially for those who have smaller amounts of money. It helps you to build your account faster because better than margin, which you really may not have that much, you have 10 times in leverage. So you could actually buy 100 shares of, let's say Tesla right now is what? Tesla is Amazon 2207. Tesla, well, where happened to Tesla? Here it is, $670 a share, 700. Let's just round it off and say 700. So if you buy 100 shares of Tesla, okay, at $700, okay, $700 times 100 shares is $70,000. Now I have $70,000 in my account. Do you? Okay, so a lot of you don't. So you're not going to put out $70,000. But if right now, okay, let's see if I can bring this up. I had it before, but I lost it. Okay, just give me a second, and I'm going to show you real quick how this works. If we were to look at an option, I have to go back into TOS. Come on, what did I lose here? TOS. This is not working. I'm not in TOS. I don't know where I'm at. There we go. There's TOS. If I go to TOS and I go trade, okay, I'm going to put it in Tesla. What's a better? I can watch a better stock. Most of us wouldn't, who have small accounts, are not going to trade Tesla. Maybe not, but let's see. I know it just changed the board, but I did it for a reason. Okay, strike price and May 27th. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to just show you real quick. Okay, here's the page, and it'll come up in a second because there's a little bit of a delay. It doesn't always come up the way I want it. Things don't enter in. Oh, I gotta enter the symbol back in again. I don't know why. I had it in. Okay. Now, if you can look at this board, and let me see you for a second so we'll see what I'm looking at. Okay. I got the board there. Okay, I have to leave it that way. If you look at here, and this is Tesla, and right now, if I wanted to be in the money, everything here in the purple is in the money. Everything below is what they call out of the money. So if you're going to go long, you buy a call. If you want to short the stock, and how many times you want to short a stock in TOS, in E-Trade, in Train Station, in Trade Zero, and there's just no shorts left? Well, you can do a put. Okay, so as long as there's puts available in here, you can buy a put. Now, you can buy a put in the money right here, and you see, the more expensive it is, the further you're going to go. So right now, we know that it's at 709. Am I correct? Let me just take a quick look. If I look at Tesla, is it up there above? 710. Oh, I can see it. It's right there. The last, right there. So right now, if I thought that Tesla was going to go down, I want to buy something in a strike price of maybe 695, 700. Okay, if I go to 695, I'm going to make less money, but I got more of a chance if it drops down. I would pay $7.80 a share. Okay, 780. All right, with a strike price of 695. We're at 710 right now. So as long as it doesn't go up, I'm okay. So it's 775. At 770, let's say. All right. Then $7.70 times 100 shares is $770. And if I go times 5 and buy 5 contracts, I'm only putting out $3,850. Okay, so let me put that down for you. $3,850 for 500 shares. Option put. Okay, now if I decided the stock was going to go up and I wanted to go long, then I'm at 710 right now. I think it's going to go up to 725. All right, 720, even 10. I have to go out of the money for this one if I want to go long. Okay, because if I want a strike price of 720, let's say, it doesn't mean it's got to go to 720 for me to make money. I can get out when the stock hits 715 and make 5 cents times 500 shares. And that's how much? 5 cents, 500 shares is what? $250? No, it's not. Let's see. It's 500. See, it's not a lot, but let's say 0.05 times 500 shares. It's $25. $25, not a lot. I like to put better. See, and that's why for us to actually buy Tesla, if you have a small account, you can make money, but you're going to have to do it a little differently because, and these options, see, this option expires on Friday, which is tomorrow, and you don't, whenever you're trading in a week, what a lot of the scalpers are doing right now is they're trading options that come due that week. So at Friday at 4 o'clock, that's it. But you will never keep the option overnight. All right, we are in and out, in and out, in and out of the option. All right, so pretty much you can take a stock, even a stock, let's say like RDBX. Let's see if there's an option for that stock. Okay, press enter. Come on. Okay, and is there one other place? Did it come in? Yeah, I gotta go over here too. RDBX. Okay, there's probably a drop down. I could have found it. RDBX. So right now you can see I'm looking at RDBX. And this stock is a lot cheaper, all right? So right now, RDBX last is 783, correct? 783. It costs us 784 right now if we went to the ask. So 783, I think this stock right now is probably going to go back up, all right? It's pretty much at a low where it's at. We don't know that. It depends on the market. And if you look at Redbox, to start with, I'm in a different one. I just want to look at something real quick. And I can see that in pre-market, this stock was at 744. So we are close to a bottom on this stock, to be honest, all right? And the bottom today on this stock, if I look in Yahoo Finance on RDBX, I got to find it real quick. Signa, image, here it is. The bottom on this stock today, the day's range was, wow, let's see if this is right. Okay, 750 to 946. So at 750, and right now it's at 782. It's probably, and Redix moves up and down all the time. It's one of the most heavily traded stocks. It's one of the heavily shorted stocks, I think. It's on the list. So you can actually say this stock is probably going to go forward. So if you wanted now to look at the forward, and here, let's say it's 780 now, you'd have to be out of the money actually, because for it to go up, and it's going to cost you less, but you're going to make less too. So even if I said $8, okay, it's going to cost me $1.05 a share. So at 100 shares, it's going to cost me, for one contract, it's going to cost me $100, okay? If I buy 10 contracts, then I'm controlling 1,000 shares. I'm only putting out $1,050 right now. So for $1,050, I can control 100 shares, 1,000 shares. You with me? But if I wanted to control 1,000 shares right now, it would cost me $8,000. So for some of you who have small accounts, let's say you have a $10,000 account, you could actually buy 20, 30 contracts at a time, or buy them even at different price ranges as you go in and out all day. You are not going to stay in these stocks longer than 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You're out of it. In, out, in, out. It's going to move one way or the other. If it moves the wrong way, you're out. That's the mental stop loss. You got to get out. If it goes the other way, and right now you see we're still in that chamber. I'm going to go back down for a second, and I'm going to open this back up, and you should be able to see it. Let me put this back on mine. How do I do it? Let's see, charts. Okay, should come up. See it? Don't lie to me. Let's see, charts. Yeah, back to the chart. So you can see this stock's still falling. All right, and if I want to draw better lines for right now, that was the old line. I'm going to remove my drawing, and I'm going to go from here, another high point, and go back around there, right there. I use the TTM scalper. Is a great place. It lines me up perfectly. And if I want to look the other way, I can go to the low here of what it hit. It hit, I think, 46. Let's say, right there. All right, say 749, and I bring it to where it is right now. And there, we're in another place where this stock's going to either squeeze up or it's going to squeeze down. My thinking is it's going to go up. And just like I said before, if I bought those options, it's at 760 right now, okay? And here's my options again. And if I want to go long at 760, I'm going to go to $8. It'll cost me 95 cents. I'm just out of the money, so I'm still going to make money on this deal. I can't tell you how much because I don't know exactly how it works. And it does have something to do with the delta, all right? And how the delta goes up and down. And then you'll see it. But right now, if I want to buy, that's $950 right now for 1,000 shares. All right, it's $95 for every 100 shares is one contract. You can buy 10 contracts with this and control 1,000 shares for $950, which is a lot better than putting out right now for 1,000 shares $7,600. So 7,000 or 1,000 and controlling the same amount of shares. Which one's better? And options are very easy to get in and out of, just like you get in and out of, what do you call it? I really don't like this bottom doji. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to take it up to about here. I think that's a real number. And right now, there's our bottom. So you can see where we're at with the chart. For some of you don't know, you can also do what they call Fibonacci. Have any of you ever done Fibonacci? That's where you go into here, and instead of a line, you go to percentage. And that's a Fibonacci retracement. Now, I know that this stock, okay, has, I'm going to show you something, a high of the day and a low of the day. That's what I need. So what I'm going to do, so I can put this in here, I'm going to teach you all how to set up a Fibonacci. Go to about a 5 minute on the time. Now, we're going to go from 946, which is the high of the day. And if you look at the right, you'll see the numbers going up and down. So 946, get as close as I can. Right there, bingo. I put that in a line. Now I bring this down, and I want to bring it down to $7.50. That's right there, bingo. I got it, low of the day. Now I go back to my 1 minute, and now you can see there's my Fibonacci. There's 100%. There's my top. All right? And right now, we're in the bottom. So if I was going to buy anywhere, this is best place to buy. So if you want to hold this thing, I'll bet you dollars to donuts that tomorrow this stock's back up to about, and it's Friday, it's probably going to be a morning run in the morning. I would say $8.50. You can get out, you can buy this now and be out tomorrow. You might want to wait a little bit and see where it's going, but I'm telling you right now, if you look at the Fibonacci, you're in the 0 to 23%. This is the place. You want to buy anywhere in this bracket right here. Anywhere else, when you buy here, you're chasing. You're chasing. And if you buy here, you're chasing a breakout. And that is one of the worst things that you can do. I'm not saying you will never win on it, but more times you will lose than you will win. You have to wait for the breakout first, and if it goes a little, like let's say it was breaking out to $8 for the first time, it hits 801, 802, and then it comes back down. I'm not going to chase it. If it came up and finally hit 8, but it hit 805, 807, 808, and then came back to, let's say, 795, I'll jump in. Because I know it's got that strength that they're looking to run it. So that's the way I do things. You still get paid out like you were holding that amount of shares with less risk. You're talking about with options. Yes. You have less risk. You make a little less money because it works a little differently. Before I brought up a chart. Let's see if it's still here, and let's see if I still got it. I think I closed it. Let's see. It was on my desktop. How do I put this up there? Hold on. Oops. Wow, so many charts in here. 765. What's going on? That one there, I don't know if I want to touch that. I got so many charts open. I showed you before. Let's see. Okay, let's see if I can move this. Okay, there we go. Boom, boom. So I'm going to show you something real quick, but let me open my chart so I can see the room. Okay. Now, you can see in this chart, this is a friend of mine, and you can see it works a little differently. So that was his strike price. Take any one. And you see 405, it doesn't work off the price of the stock. It works off of delta, and I can't see the top to show you, but it works off something like a delta, and it shows you what that goes up, but it's priced differently. So like this one here, he did a call to go long, and it went long, and he made 50 cents. And he made 50 cents times, let's say, he did 240 contracts. Made a lot of money on this one. And he got out. He only sold, I sold it here. He sold one at 420, one at 420. So he sold it half and half. Right? He went out, he bought it at 170. It was a 170 call, and he made right here from there. So he made, what did I say? 50 cents times 240. So 50 cents, let's say 240, that's the wrong one. 240 contracts times 100. Pick the good one. Is 24,000 times 0.50. He made $12,000 on just the one I just showed you. From, where was that? From 370 to 420. Just this one transaction here, he made that much money. I can't tell you how much he put out, but I know he made 12,000. He had to put out almost that, maybe less, but you got to understand something. To buy 240 contracts is 240 is 24,000. 240 contracts times 100 is 24,000. So 24,000 shares times, at that price, it was at 1,070. Okay, it's gone down since then. 1,070. That's 20. Wow, that can't be. It says 25 million. That can't be. I did something wrong. But he put out a lot of money. But he's got a lot of money. And I can't tell you. I'm not going to go into who it is. But this is a guy over 3 days made $400,000. I have all the P&Ls from that. So that's pretty remarkable when you think about it, okay? How much money you can make. And he used the leverage of the options. And he lost on some. I looked at all of it. I went up and down, and I saw his losses, his gains, and then I saw his P&Ls for the day. Unbelievable. This is a guy that left here, went to a Discord room that he learned options from somebody. And he opened up an account with $9,500. That's it. $9,500. And from there, he used the leverage and built up his account to almost over $500,000 then. He's probably at $1 million now. I called him up 2 weeks ago. I go, hey, what's going on? He goes, I'm at the BMW dealership. I go, wow, what are you doing there? He goes, I'm buying a 760i for cash. That's $130,000. So, is there hope? Better believe it. You can be so deep in the hole from doing this and make 2 or 3 or 4 transactions and get to it. Who was this on Tesla options? Sorry, just come back. That was, you remember John B. Tampa? That was John B. Tampa. I stayed friendly with him, but I asked him so many questions, now he won't talk to me. He said to me, join that room and you'll learn, like I did. I go, why don't you help me? You called me because you're a friend, and I gave you so much help, like I help all you guys. I gave you so much help. That's why you called me to tell me about this. This was weeks ago. So I kept hitting him, and luckily he gave me his P&Ls so I could figure out. I was asking him, well, how do you do the option? I didn't know anything about them. How do you do, which days? What do you pick? He goes, come into the room. Pay for the room. He was my mentor, blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm not doing that. You know what? Everybody's very interested in options. And the more I learn, and I'm dealing with 3 other people, okay, in these rooms who are doing options now and doing well, and we're getting together in probably groups of 3 and 4 so we can channel this together and synergize. And I have been trading with traders like yourself over the last 3 years over the phone. So what I do is I call you up, and we forget about what's going on at deck. We turn it down, and we trade together. Because sometimes you don't have the confidence to stay in a trade long enough, and you get out too quick. How many times do you say to yourself, why the hell did I get out? Look at this thing. I could have made another $1,000. Could have made another $4,000. Whatever it is, you know. Or I stayed in too long, and why did I stay in too long? Because I should have gotten out. Now look how much I lost, and now I hope it goes back. Hope is not a strategy, okay? We must have a plan. And the plan is, if it goes down to a certain point, I got to get out. And that's what I did. Listen, I tried so hard today with this RDBX, and it got me so many times. I was up in profit, and I said, the heck with it. I'm up $30.84. I was up 50. Well, I made 50, another 50 with Nevada. I made $100 today. That's it. You know, 50, 80, not even. 53, 83, 84. 84 bucks, $85. That's what I made today. So I've been just learning. I've been learning options. And Dazzle Jules, let me ask you a question. Who's your broker? Who is your broker? You also can go to a place. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Option classes. Let's see. Learning options, trailing stops, option studies, short calls. Just give me a second. Straddles. Basic. Here it is. Here's one. You can go to this place here for free. Go through the website. Okay, and we'll probably go through a lot of this together. Here's one of the. Where is it? Come on. What did I do? Here we are. There's so many things going on. This is one place you can go and look, optionsalpha.com. Go to the website. You have Robinhood, I can't help you. Oh, you have TD. That's fine. If you have TOS, hold on. Hold on 1 second.
Let's see what we have. Final, little bit of day. Let's see what type of action, type of momentum.
All right, that's Deck is back at 2 o'clock. He's looking at the SPY. I'm going to turn him off. Okay.
Let's get all set.
Oh, wait, you know what? I can do it another way. I can leave him. Okay, I'm just going to turn him off. All right. I can help you with Thinkorswim. I cannot help you, Dazzle. All right. And Thinkorswim's Ameritrade itself. You have Ameritrade. That's TD, right? TDA is they have you have Thinkorswim. Am I correct? TD. Answer me. Yes. Okay. Good. In the back of you go into Ameritrade. They have classes under the education. Go to the options and take the classes. Take it slowly. Don't do too much at one time. If you start now, in a month you'll be trading options if you do it right. And you can also paper trade through Ameritrade. You can do paper trading on options. Now remember, you cannot paper trade options before 9:30, and you cannot paper trade options after 4 o'clock, because options only work on daytime schedule from 9:30 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay? And whatever options we're going to do, we're going to be very simple. We're going to do calls and puts. We're going to do them on a weekly. The week that we're in is the week that it ends are the ones we're going to buy. Even if it's Friday today, we're going to trade today's options. And we're never going to be in those options overnight. Every night when we get out and go to bed, we're out of the option. We are not going to hold it. If the option goes the wrong way and it's going against what you thought it was going to go, just like a stock, you got to get out and take your loss. Take it sooner. Okay? But that's why one day you're going to learn about straddles, and you can use straddles, but they have to be with stocks that move up and down a lot, like RDX did today. Okay? And RDX is a good example how you could use a straddle. And if you knew, like before I knew it, and I couldn't short it, but you could have done a put on RDBX and made some good money today, because you can see the stock went down. Let me see. You can see the stock went down from, what am I in, 1 minute? That's good. I don't need all this. I still got that thing open. But it went down from here, let's say around 12 o'clock noon time. It hit a high of 946. You could have wrote it all the way down to 746. So that's 2 points right there. That's $2. That's a lot. So if you were holding even 10 contracts on 1,000 shares on $2, you would have made $2,000. And your outlay would have been no more than about, what did we say before? It was about $700 a contract. So what was it? 748. It wasn't. It was under $1,000. It was cheap. It was real 95 cents a share. I'm not even sure, but it was cheap. It was very cheap. If we looked at the options, I think I may still have it open. Let's see. Right. Ooh, what did I just do? I missed it. Okay, this here. So if you look and I go back, oh, it's on RDBX. Excellent. Okay, so if I go to the one contract, I think I couldn't find a contract that was for today. That was a problem. I can't. There is no contracts for today that I can find. All I'm finding is next week's contracts. I don't think I'm doing something wrong. But even at that, you can see right in the money, if right there, that's to go to 7. But I'm telling you, I think it's going to go back up. So I would do, go up. You can even do something like $8.50 and get it 85 cents. That's out of the money. 80 cents for $8. These are quick. You're not staying in them long. If this stock went from $7.50 to $8, you get out. You know what? You're out. I don't know how it works if it goes further than the 8. I think you're still good. You can still hold it because that's your strike point. So that's where you have to learn a little bit more of options, and I can't help you. For 15 minutes after the close. Does it go 15 minutes? I've heard that, but I don't want to take it that far. You know what I mean? I want to be out before 4 o'clock, and I don't want to hold an option more than a half hour. Stocks that are moving, you want to get in. And look at this thing. Still dropping. So right now, it looks like it's a good short. So even if you did a short, you see right now it was at 7, the big price at 7.14. This thing's dropping quick, all right? So let's say you went to 6.50, out of the money, but it's a 95 cents a share, all right, with a strike price of 6.50. If it goes down 95 cents, all right, actually, I'm sorry, it's $1.30. You have to pay the ask price. You're not going to get the bid price. So even at $1.30 is $130 for 100 shares, is $1,300 for 10 contracts. $1,300 for 1,000 shares. But 1,000 shares, if you bought the stock, is 7,000. So you can see where some of you can't afford 7,000 because you got a $5,000 account or 4,000. You can buy an option, and you can buy 1,000 shares. You see how this works? And if it's going down and you're betting on it going down, you would have made money. So if you got in this option a few minutes ago, all right, when it was at 7.50, let's see, it cost you back then, and you were looking for $7, you would have bought a 7.50. You would have bought it at what, 7.50? You were looking to get down to 7. You were looking for a strike price of $7. So it would have paid about $1.50. So that would have cost you $1,500 for $1,500 for 10 contracts, 1,000 shares, $1,500. Now we were looking for a strike of 7. We got it at about 7.50. This thing just went down and just hit, and you would have gotten out on your option, and it just hit 7.16. So if you got it in 7.50, it was like 7.54, 7.50. You would have made about 35 cents on 1,000. You would have made a quick $350, and you only would have put out, okay, about what do we say, $1,500 instead of 7,000. So you can see, you know what, and all you can lose is what you put in, and it's not going to happen, all right, because you're betting on it going down. So it could go up. You could lose if it went the other way, an unlimited amount of money, but you wouldn't stay in there. And you could look at this. You could look at this right now, and you can look at the actual chart, and you can see right now. You don't have to worry about this thing jumping up to $8 real quick. It's not going to happen. It's staying in a channel right now between 7.15 and there it is, 7.50. Right now, there's your resistance. There's your support, 7.10. All right. Good morning, Adrian. Good to see you. Adrian is, for those you don't know, is my longest and oldest friend in Tradecaster. He was one of my first, if not my first phone call that I helped somebody here over 3 years ago. And we've been friends ever since and talk every day about a lot of things, including God. We talk about God because they won't talk about it on the left. So on the right, we want to be right. I know when I raise my hand, I'm talking to God, He's listening to me. Except when it comes to this foolishness with money, I can't pray that a stock goes up and down. It just doesn't work that way. This is nonsense to Him. So, though He give one person $1 and one person $2 and another $3 and asked them to go out and do something with it. And the guy with 3 tripled it, the guy with 2 doubled it, and the guy with 1 buried it in the ground. And he told it he was selfish. So, don't be selfish. Do what you have to do. Learn what you need to learn. and make the most amount of money that you can make in a shorter period of time using options. And we've gone over a little bit with the options to show you the leverage and the difference of people who have smaller accounts can build their accounts quicker because they have more leverage. Instead, they can't buy 1,000 stock shares of a $7. They don't have 7,000. Can't buy 1,000 shares for $7,300, but they can buy 1,000 shares on an option and spend $1,400. Get my point? Good thing about options too is when you buy an option today and you're out of it by 4 o'clock, then your money's cleared by 9:30 the next day. Where stocks you buy today, you get out by 4 o'clock, you can't trade it for 2 days. So in this case, you get out of a stock today, this is Thursday, ordinarily it would clear by Monday, but Monday's a day off because there's no stock trading that day, so you can't trade till Tuesday. So if you're doing options, you not only could trade today, you could trade tomorrow, and they don't fall, I don't believe, under PDT, even though you're in a margin account. I'm pretty sure, because you cannot trade options, I don't think, with a cash account. I'm not 100% sure. I think you need a margin account. And I think the minimum margin account with Trade America, TDA, is, Ameritrade, is, I think, I could be wrong, don't hold me to it, $2,500. And if I'm wrong, somebody here knows different. You like my hat and shirt? You should make a few. You could sell them, I guess. Maybe not. Anyway, so that's that. Anybody have any questions? Any stocks you want me to look at? Because right now, I mean, it was a nice bottom right there, 716, and you can see how it went back up to from 715, 716 right there, 714, and it went to back to 747. So you could have made about 35 cents on that, easy money. And I just don't want to fool until I see it's over 100,000 now. So if you look at the volume, you're looking 15,000, 16,000, 20,000. The new candlestick here. So this one here is 26,000. This was 126,000. This was 70,000. I think it's still being manipulated at this point. You got to be very careful. So you may just want to go in with a starter with 300 shares. But that's what I like about the options. They don't see the options, okay? But you need to watch the stock and the manipulation so you get an idea which way it's really going. It's not just the SPY you got to watch. And right now, if I watch the SPY and I look at it real quick, the SPY is still holding at 406. That's pretty amazing with a high one at 4643. So this stock is still pretty much holding. It's been a great day for the markets, you know. Hallelujah. We're up $568. See if it changes. 577, 331.39 on the NASDAQ, and 86.63. And it is a green day. It's beautiful to see. Oh, close. What are we doing? Okay, I can't see that. Get out of there. How do I get back? Get back. I was trying to show you guys something. Ugh. What did I do with Finviz? There it is. Okay. Hold on real quick. I want to save image as download to desktop. Save. Okay. I come back into the room and I'm going to show you real quick. You can see that. Okay. Let me go back to desktop and I just saw it somewhere. Download to. This is the Dow right now. This is beautiful. And I'm going to show you something else because, let's see, this was the Dow 2 weeks ago. You ready? Look at the difference. That's today, green, 2 weeks ago. Look at the red. I have never, ever seen that before. So we have two opposites today. We got a green market, and 2 weeks ago we had a red market. So the big question is, did we hit the bottom? Have we hit the bottom, or is this just a settlement right now? And there's more to come. There's more to be revealed with the Dow and the S&Ps and the 500s and all that good stuff. What is really going on right now? Anybody have a clue? If you do, you would be an economist and you would really like, you know. Anybody look at Twitter? Wow. Twitter just jumped from, wow, $39 up to, it looks like so much more than it is, only 25 cents. It looks like so much more on the 1 minute. That's amazing. Yeah, it's not a lot. It just looks like a lot. Okay. And here comes Adrian with a question. I'm going to start doing some put options. Well, that's good, but then you're betting that the market is about to go down again. The question is the market going down or is the market going up? Okay? And that's what you have to decide in your head, what's right and what's wrong. That's my 6 and 1. Oh, don't tell me that's gone. My 6 and 1 is gone? Shoot. For me. 6 and 1? Let's see. How do I get rid of that? I'm sorry if this thing keeps flashing on you. Okay, how do I get back? I have to go into here. Okay. There's no 6 and 1. Give me a second, folks. Give me a second. I'm looking for another chart that I use. I have to be in here. Alright, so I gotta go back into here. And then I gotta go into my trade. And then it's an auto active trader. Okay, got it. Alright, for right now I'm going to take out the Fibonacci, but I show you, and you see we went below, so I can make the new Fibonacci and bring it down because we've gone even lower, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to remove it. It's just too many lines for right now. Okay, so you got an idea what Fibonacci looks like. And we'll go over it another time, and we'll one day have a lesson on just Fibonacci, how to understand it, how to watch it, where it's going. And Fibonacci can also, right now the Fibonacci's open, you can also do it in a certain area. Okay, let's see if I can, oh, you can't do it that way. Okay, but you can do it in a certain area where you can set up a Fibonacci, let's say from this point here, and then bring it down in a time period. So it can be over 15 minutes or whatever. And then you can see it differently than it would be for the whole day. You're looking at it in a channeled period. And it's still correct. You got your 100% here when it just hit a top of 888. But I don't know if I bring it to there. But let's say 15 minutes or 20. You can go an hour. This is 1300. Picked perfect. So 1300 was 1 o'clock. And now we're at 2:14. So that's a little over an hour, which is perfect. You can use Fibonacci that way. I didn't even know that till recently. I was looking online and going through some videos, and it talked about the Fibonacci in time periods. And I didn't know you can do that. When you want to do shorts, you would do Fibonacci just the opposite. So let's take this away for right now. And let's see. That was Paul E. Penny said he's going to be doing options. If you're going to do options here, you go to the low here, click it, and then you go up to the high point here. So your 100% is now here. Okay, that's your high of the day. So wherever your option is and you want it to go down, you see how much room you got to go? You're chasing it. You really want your option from about here. Okay, you want it in the 38%, even around here. So you have to be around here. You want to be in certain percentages between 23 and 38. Anywhere in the middle, you're in the middle, you're chasing. But doesn't mean you can't make money. If you're good at it, you can get in and out. You're only going to hold that option maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. In this case, you would have held the option, let's say, from 1331, which is 1:30, to here, which is 1:30. I can't see it. I think 1:30. 14 is 2 o'clock. That's 30 minutes. So you could have held this for 30 minutes and been out, and you would have made a lot of money with 10 contracts holding 1,000 shares. Okay, without putting out a great deal of money. They're investigating 2 cases in South Florida. 2 cases of what? They just reported cases in New York City. Oh, cases of what? Monkeypox? You know, when you put something out there, you got to say what it is. I'm glad I'm out of there, but they're preparing for something. What are we talking about here? It's like talking about a stock, okay? Oh, that stock went up so high, I can't believe it. And everybody's looking, okay, what stock? What's yes? Monkeypox? Woo, 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 woo. You need to read the chat sometime. I am reading the chat, and I don't see. I'm going back up, and I don't see. He says, I'm doing options, and then he turned around. There's the monkeypox, but I didn't see it. Okay? I'm doing other things and showing lessons here. So you better be quiet, or I will take you and, let's see. I know you're a moderator. I can ban you for a little bit, make you quiet. I love you, Adrian. I don't care what those girls said about you. He knows it's the truth. We all know it's the truth. Okay, let me find where I'm at here because I'm not in here. There we go. And I'm live. Why is it still showing? I thought I got rid of the... Oh, I put in the other one to show you. So that's how you do it the opposite way. I want to remove this. You do from the bottom up. If you're shorting, you do from the top down if you're going long. You got it? We're all good? That's for Fibonacci. And it'll give you an idea of the percentage bracket so you can know when you're chasing a stock, and it also goes back and it brings into consideration past history. Adrian and I learned it a little bit before him, but we learned the Fibonacci together. And he uses it quite a bit, don't you, Adrian? New high day, APOX. What a pretty monkey. How cute. People having sex with monkeys? Is that what it is? Nice. I think that's an abomination in God's eyes. APYX. Okay, APYX. Let me open it up. Take a look at it really quick. Wow. And here's a stock that's consistently been moving up all day. So you look at this stock, and if you had gotten in, where's my mouse? It's somewhere around here. I can't find it. I'm on the wrong one. Okay. So if you got in here around what time? About 12:30. At 12:30, the stock was at $5. So it looks like a lot, and it's a very slow-moving stock to get to here. And if you look, the volume, 57,000. Another manipulated stock. Anything that's less than 100,000 shares per trade. And if I look at today's date, I will tell you the volume is huge. It was 156,000 on average. It's done 21 million. So this stock's done like I don't know, 100 times since the daily. 24. Let's see. 1 second. 21,677 205 divided by 156,996. It's done 138 times its average. That's incredible, and it's up 50%. So that's amazing. And it did have 6 hours ago. It had news. It had 510K clearance for the use of reinnovative cosmetic technology and dermal resurfacing procedures. And let me just see one thing. I'm willing to bet it's got a big float. 24 million. And that's why it's moving as slow as it is, because of the size of the float. So this is a stock that's gone up, but the question is for how long. So what you need to do on a stock like this is you need to find out in the past, okay? You need to find out what this stock has done. So if we go back into time, and I go back even 50 days, I hope that's enough, and you can see, 1, 2, 3, okay, it's today. We go back, let's see, a couple more rise here, 355. It looks so sporadic, and you can see the amount of and I want a 5-minute, 301 low. This is a stock that looks like every time he gets it. It went up 350, 365, comes back down to 322, stays in a channel. So once it gets up there, it stays in a channel. This thing is $4, went up to, it tipped. Real money, I would say real money was about 550, where it's not too far from there now, okay? I would say I would bet on this stock coming down, and this stock is easily shortable with Thinkorswim. So I would bet that this stock eventually is going to come down. It might go for $6. It's a little higher if it keeps. It's got volume right now. It's got 150,000 for this candle, which is a 5-minute candle. So let's go to a 1-minute candle for a second. That's 2 minute. Let's go to a 1 minute. Okay. What happened to the 50-day? I was looking at it somewhere. 5 minutes. All right, I went back. Okay. So you can see now. Let's go into the day. I think there's your top of your upper VWAP. I think it's reached out. Even if it gets to 570, 575, I think it's going to hit a lot of resistance, okay, because of the amount of volume right now. I think the stock's going to come crashing down, and I think it probably comes back to about 30. Between $5 and $5.20. Maybe. If not today in the morning. Let's see what happens. It looks like a stock that gets it, keeps it in a channel, and then gives it back the next day. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's what I see. I'm with you on that one, Johnny. Bill Gates called for another pandemic and more vaccines while he becomes richy. Yep, well, and he owns 50% of all the farmland in this country. He's a real son of a bitch, that guy. Sex with monkeys was the bullshit they fed us. Yeah, probably. HIV in the 80s was sex with animals. Not only was that guy desperate, he was quick, really. So, pre-ejaculation we're talking about. All right. Nice. All right, any other stocks, any other questions? If not, I'm going to go back right now because this thing's not moving much, but I told you, if I was going to take this stock, I think it's going to have a lot of resistance at 575. Eventually, I think it's going to come down. I may be wrong, but most of the time I'm usually spot on. I'm going to go back right now to, I'm on the big chart. I want to go back to, let's see, if I can bring it up here. What do I got? I'm going to bring up my watch list. Then I make this smaller. There we go. And I can go this, bring this to highest. Bingo. And we're back to the plague again. Hold on. Some adjustment necessary. Okay. Good enough. We can see it. And we start with the top, which is PLAG. And you can see the stock went up like most. It's under $1 stock. I don't trade stocks under $1, but I do watch them for the room. Okay, because the job I have was alerting the room, and that's what I do, is I alert the room. Right now, let's just see, Twitter's still up. Wow, Twitter's hitting 39.50. There's a good chance that Twitter's going to hit $40 today. Anybody who's interested. And it might be a good short there, but we'll see. It's almost well, let's see, I don't know what happened with that deal. It's probably in the toilet. Somebody flushed. I want to have a noise for that, the flush noise. Let me see something real quick. I have this thing, it's pretty awesome. Okay, let's see if I go get away from me, cowabunga. Let me just see something. Next page. Come on. Okay. Now, scout car with use space. Oh, I turned the volume off. All right, how do I turn it back on? Hold on.
Higher than 4,650. That should break on
Where the hell is this music coming from? Give me a second.
Beautiful. Right now, we still have our trades. We're still doing absolutely fantastic. Everything we need to do. I have my sell button all set ready to go.
Deck's up what? $600 for the day.
I'm going to lock in half.
Okay, that gets rid of deck. Okay, go back to me. There's a website. I love this out. Faithless Coward. It's a thing with the bells, and you can sit there all day and just make noises. There's about, I don't know, hundreds of them. It's incredible. All right. I thought the one was one for flushing the toilet, but we're not going to worry about that right now. All right. So here we are, back in the USSR. So happy you are now. Back in the USSR. Okay, and this stock still, APYX, is still going up. 364. Like I told you, I see a lot of resistance in this stock at right there is the upper 570. It's having a lot of troubles getting up to that point. Okay, so let's go down a little bit more. That's SPRC. This stock's already down. You can't short it, not with TOS. Next one is A-Farm. It's been going up. It's been consistent, but slow. Okay, probably also one with a high float. Is shortable. This one here, OLTR, would have been a good short for anybody at 163.58. That's a high at 170, and now it's down. You would have made 3 points on this. Look at that. What a good short that would have been. Too bad. Okay, you can see how it dipped down and went down when the market went down. This is Macy's. I was watching this morning, and Macy's. If I go to, let's go to a 5 minute, and you see Macy's this morning. It dropped down, and that's when I picked it up. The TTM scalper told me to take it back up, $21 up to $22.50. I did not trade it. Came back down, and then look at it, $22.98. So if you got in this morning and just left it alone, $22.45, $22.12. Really, it looks like a lot more. It went up about 80, 70 cents. You could have made some money on it, but I don't think anything today was that great. Here it was nice. It pulled up this morning. And you can see one more. That's too much. Okay, it started this morning at right here at about $1.07. Went up $1.50. Another one. You made about 45 cents. There's nothing that's as great as you think it looks. This $2.93, 80 cents you could have made right here, and that was on AYVA. I don't see anything. We don't see any super movers anymore. It's like amazing. This one was all over. Look at this thing. All over the map. Up, down, up, down. Oops. What did I do? I hit a button. And let me go back. I want to get out of this. Second, give me the trend line. Okay, and you can see this thing went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. This is a great stock to do with an option because there's so much movement in it that you can wait it out, and when it starts to turn. So if you had done that and you put in a if you had put in, you see when it went up, and if you put in the beginning, what do you call that? The type of stop. Let me see what it's called. I'll show you in a second. Watch this. You go into buy custom. Okay, and let's say if I wanted to buy 500 shares straight out, but I can change a trail stop. That's it. That's what I was trying to think about. You could do a trail stop in here. All right, with an option. Okay, the same way you do it for stocks, you can do it with options. I'll go into that another time with you. How to set up the riggers. That's another lesson for another day. How to do the riggers and set up custom. So if I want to buy a stock, I can just drop it, go to buy custom. I go across the shares that I want. If it's 300 for more expensive, or 100 for even more expensive, or 500 right here, it says buy 500, sell 500, and you'll see right here there's a 25-cent stop loss already in there. This quick, any stock that I'm in, whether it's RDBX, if I change the stock to, just for the heck of it, and I go here, all right, I have to get out of here because I can't change the stock that way. So I delete that and just go back in, and this quick, or I could have changed it up there. And I go in here, and if I have the stock up there, it'll automatically come in with the stock that I have up there. And it's already with a stop limit for 25 cents. For this, I might do a little tighter on a penny stock, all right? Because you'll be using a lot more shares. So for a real penny stock, I would probably do about 5 cents so I don't lose that much money, all right? But that's another plan. I will teach you how to save them. You just go in here and you pull this over, and you can rename this or leave it and you save it, and that's how we get those things. All right, so that's simple. As long as your what do you call it? It's not your auto send button is not on. You don't have to worry about when you first open it up. There's no mistakes. All right, it's a good lesson because a lot of you are using mental stop losses and have no idea that you can actually put a stop loss or a trail stop in ready and set before you ever buy the stock. Isn't that a beautiful thing? And I will be honest with you, I very rarely use it because I still do those mental stop losses because I was trained all wrong. But I'm just telling you, you don't have to do that. Okay? You can do it right from the start and never lose as much money. You can put in from the beginning. On 125 shares, I don't want to lose more than 25 cents. That's 125. I'm looking to make 500. If you take 5 different trades and you can make between $300 and $1,000, and it's very easy to be done, you can average 500 on 5. You make 2,500. If you lose on 5 of them and you lose $125, then you would lose $625, $650. So you made $2,500 on 5, and you lost $650 on the other 5. You're still up about $1,800 and change. Okay, $1,850. 1850, 18.5, 650, 1850. You'd be up 1850 on 10 with a 50% return, and it can be easily done. 2 weeks ago, I went into a stock out of a halt, and in 8 seconds, I made $897 on 500 shares. It can easily be done today. Imagine if I put in a lot more. But it went down as fast as it went up, and you can lose money very quickly. You got to be careful with halts. That's another lesson one day to teach you about halt strategies, because I have one down in stone that works. I learned it from Pav Josh. He's a very smart guy. He was very nerdy, and I'll tell you what, this guy knew his stuff. I really respect him. I really do. I don't know if any of you know what he looks like, but let's see. Photos. Am I in here? Who is it? What did I do with him? Making pizza. Let's see. Photos. Let's see if he's in here. I have him somewhere. What did I do with him? How do I get out of here? I'm just looking. I have a picture somewhere of him. He's so nerdy. You know what? I know where it is. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Pav Josh. He was in here one time. There's a video out there with him in it. And let's see. Come on. That was Pav Josh. He was a gamer. This guy was nerdy, and he knew how to make money. His first year, he turned $12,500 into $1.1 million, 28 years old. Second year, he was up to $3 million, and by the third year, he's up to $5 million. And that's when Thinkorswim threw him out. Think about it. You got $5 million in 2 accounts. One is an IRA account. Doesn't matter. You're both margin. You're using your IRA to make money, same as you're using your regular accounts. But you have $5 million times 4 is 2. He had $5 million. He's got times 4 is $20 million worth of leverage that keeps clearing. So he could be using up $50 million in one day. It was costing them because he was costing them money. They would rather have an account like his that they can take care of as a broker for you, because they're not going to trade like we do. But they're not really set up for us as day traders. They don't really want us. They're a conservative company, but they'll deal with us on a small. But once you get too big, they'll throw you out. Then you have to go to a place like Lightspeed, which is a premium broker. You will pay a lot of commission, but the truth is, the execution is so fast that in the long run, you're making more money than you would make, because the execution with Tradecaster and E-Trade and Trade Zero is slow. So you're really not getting in and out as quick as you think, and you're not making as much money. And that's a fact. There are actually videos out there that prove it. Okay, 2:30. Almost power hour. Anybody got anything to say? Is there anything going on? Still watching this stock on a 3-minute. That's a 3-minute on the chart, which is good. And I've got it on a 1-minute on another one that I'm watching. And right now it's in a channel, okay? And your channel, wish I could draw them straight across. So we're about, let's say here to, okay, what did I say? Figure. No, that's not right. Let's see if we get rid of that. Let's see from here. 820, 878. Thought I heard my cat. Okay, it would be about here. I don't know. It's really changed. I'm trying to find. Right now, you have 725 is probably a rock bottom. It's probably, like I said before, we go down to about that. So 725 is probably your support, and your resistance right now is probably $8. But I think 770, to be honest. We can't get past that point. Sorry, I missed the first part of what you were saying. What was I saying? Of which part was I talking about, Johnny? And I'm going to send you a private message, Johnny. And if you... I sent you a private message, okay? If you follow up on that, like I said, I can help you. Pop Joshua, where is he? God knows. I really miss him. You know what? He wasn't Mr. You got to find his video. There's a video where Deck actually, what do you call that? He came in and he chatted with him for an hour here uply. And there is a video out there. If he didn't take it out of the library, you should watch that. And I want to watch it again myself, because there was a lot of things he said that you need to hear, and you need to write them down. So as you're watching the video, pause it and take notes. Definitely take notes. Pop Josh was probably, I'm not saying he was the best. There was somebody before him that was really, really good. Made a lot more money than him. I think he made about $8 million one year. But Pop Josh was really good trader. He was really good. He didn't chase. He was a scalper, but he was an eagle scalper. He would get in the stock, but he would hit with 10,000 shares, 10,000, 5,000. And he would make $30,000, $40,000 a day like it was nothing. There were days he made 100, and there's days he lost 60. But in the end, he made a lot more than he lost. I don't know. He's probably in the Bahamas right now, sipping on a whatever you call that drink. And he's probably got the babes all around him, because the truth is, as nerd as he is, there's always somebody who's attracted to that. And he's cool in his own way. He really is. I was about to meet him. I was going to go. He moved to Florida on the West Coast. I think to Sanibel Island or some island over there. I don't know his last name. And he was going to give me his number, and I was going to go over there and watch him trade for the day. And he said yes, because I was a moderator, blah, blah, blah. And he said, got to wait. He just moved in. He's still settled. His brother moved in with him. So he wanted me to wait a little. And then about a month later, he disappeared. So my loss, all our loss, because whatever he would have taught me, pina colada. That's it. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right, Ro? You know, whatever I learn, whatever I get, it's a really good idea. I like to share it with you guys. That's what I do. You know, I may not get the biggest crowd. I got 25 of you in here, and you know, if I look at AK right now, forget Deck. He's got 2,200 people. You know, but if I look at Deck, if I look at AK-47, who's up right now? I mean, he's probably got 200 people in this room. And he's here every day. AK right now, he's got 260 people live. He does pretty good. And the three major people are in there right now. Me, Deck, and AK. You know, I'm still up there. And if you are in my room right now and you have not subscribed, I please ask you that you go to the lobby for a second or open up another lobby with my name and subscribe if you haven't. It'll say subscribe or subscribed. If it says subscribed, then you're cool. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I need the numbers. You know what I mean? Like Deck tells you, go into YouTube and just give me a likes. This is what I ask for. And that's all I get. And a pina colada. The truth is I haven't had alcohol drink in 9 years. November 7th, 13th will be 9 years without any alcohol, any cocaine, any illicit, offline, illegal drugs. Haven't done any of them. I haven't hit a joint in over 10 years. I never liked that stuff anyway. It made me paranoid. It's good for my back pain. I have a lot of back pain, so that's a problem. All right, we got any questions? We got anything? Got to be something going on here. I can't believe this stock. It's still, you know. I'm watching on the minute on one. I'm going to go 3 minute on that one too. So I'm watching. Okay, who's dinging me? Somebody I know. Ah, the chiropractor never calls me. Boy. Okay, you're good. Jason, my son. Blue is the best brand of mics. Thank you, thank you. And who else? Saki. Oh, he's in the room. Yeah, I was a bad boy. If you're in here, Saki, I was a bad boy. Why, you really that... Let's see, he's not in here now, but he was. How did he know that? Anyway, I'm talking about somebody else. Some of you don't know. You know, I was a real bad boy at 19 years old, you know. Anybody see Active Trader at 19? I was there. Yeah. This is... Hold on. There you go. That was me at 19 years old. If you saw me walking down the street, what would you say? Rock and roll, buddy. Rock and roll. It's here to stay. That was me. Anyway, I do the best I can with what I've got to deal with. And I've got to deal with a lot. In New York, buddy. Oh, no, that picture was taken when I first moved to Florida. I lived in North Miami Beach. In New York, I was even worse. It was like my hair was halfway down my back. In curls. I wish I had those curls back. Take a look at RDBX. It's trying. It can't get there. It flipped once. It did a high of 570. I told you, 770, 772, 770. It can't get over that 770 yet. But when it does, it might run. It might run. Let's readjust this a little bit. Remove the drawing. Let's go from here to here. Let's go from here. Here's a high here. Can't really tell. I'm going to leave the doji out. It looks like we're ready for some sort of squeeze. Whether we get it or not, it's a whole different story. It does not have the volume right now. I don't know any other stocks that are rocking and rolling. And what I'm going to do for right now is just open this up so we can see more of the chart. So right now, everything is moving very, very slow. And as far as the SPY, every now and then I got to go over and take a look. The SPY is still, it's at 405, so it has dropped about $1.60, about $1. It's dropped about $1 at one point so far. Okay, it has pulled back a little bit. But we did have a high of the day at what? I don't know, it was in there somewhere. Oops, that won't work. Oh, come on. There it is, 407. So we're down to over a little one point something points. Okay, which is not bad at all. It's gone a long way. I never thought it'd get there. If you had gone long on the SPY this morning, I think it was about 392 or something like that. So you could have done very well. Okay, and then remember I told you just now, we're just about at a squeeze. If you look at this, like I told you, I made my charts from here to a high here and a low here to... I missed it a little. Should have been a little higher. But you can see there's the squeeze. And it's a little early because I made it to this doji. It really should have been up a little further, which would have brought it to about there. But that's okay. It's enough. And it shows you it's trying. It's trying. And right now, if you look at the volume, you got 133,000 on one candlestick. This is good, but that's on a 3-minute. So that's why it's still low. And that's why sometimes I know you like to trade on 3 minutes, but if I put it on a 1 minute and I look at I'm only at 33,000. And that's what I told you. We still have very, very low volume. If you go in now with a substantial amount of shares, 400, 500, I would bet you that it would drop. It would drop to try to scare you out, take your money. Even if it's 100 here, 300 here, 500 here, they do that. This is market management. This is market manipulation. I'm gonna take this out for a second. I want you to see something. Remove that. Let's try it one more time from a tip here. Okay, from there to a tip there. Okay, and let's take this one out for a second, and we're just readjusting. I'm going to take it from this one here to a high here. There you go. So you can see, I think we're still headed towards some sort of either a drop or a squeeze. And the question is, which one? And you really can't know. And at 3 o'clock, which we're about 16 minutes away, head and shoulders, I'm not looking at it. I said earlier, if you look, I can't see, I have a better chart on the 3 minute. If you look on the 3 minute chart here, you can see here, I told you earlier, there was 1 head, 2 heads, 3 heads, even here. It's almost like a Batman head and shoulders. That is a real thing. That's your Batman head and shoulders right there. Okay? And if you think I'm kidding about that, go into Google and put in, let's see, Batman head and shoulder. Let's see, I made it. Oh, I'm typing in the wrong one. Great. I always do that. All right, Batman, Batman, head and shoulder. Did anybody else hear about that other than Adrian? Okay. Head and shoulders nap, Batman's cape. Batman pattern trading explained. Okay, this is really something, but let's see if I open this up real quick. Copy. Let's see. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm not going to play any of it. You can look at this a little later if you want, but in here there's a video that actually explains the it's a Batman head and shoulders video. And I believe just what I just showed you, that is what happened. Didn't go in? Oh, I did go in. Okay, that's one. That's a video right there. Also, let's see if they show a chart for it. I've seen a couple of really good charts for the Batman. There it is, and it's exactly what I just showed you. It's a head and shoulders, but they call it a. Okay, and let's put this. Let's see, Batman head and shoulder. Okay, and if I save that to my desktop. Okay, let's get rid of this. I don't need that anymore. Come on, get out. Scoot. Wow, stuck. I don't know why. Let's get rid of that. I want to keep. Okay, get rid of that. Get rid of that. We're good. Okay, in here, and I want to go into. I'm going to show you this. Where is this Batman head and shoulder? Come on. Here it is, top one. Okay, so I just pulled this off the internet. And it should come in here really soon. There it is. Okay, if you open this up, it's pretty much what I just showed you. And it doesn't open up too big, I'm sorry. But that's the Batman head and shoulder. Okay? And that's exactly what I showed you, just a little wider. Anybody heard of that? Batman head and shoulder? Some of you yes, some of you no. There's a lot of things here. Exactly. Thank you, Adrian. There's a lot of things here that you will learn as we go along. I mean, it doesn't really make a difference what kind of head and shoulders, but you need to be able to know when the head and shoulders is forming, because 95% or better of the time when there's a head and shoulders, it's going to double drop or drop. And if you look up here, that's exactly what happened. You had the first drop. Forget this. That's just showing you it's forming, and there it is. There's your one drop, and then you got to wait for the second one. And then what I learned is, you see this green here? That's getting out of shorts, but there's still more to go. And there it is there. And then you see, there's the other green getting out of the shorts. Then here's more shorts. Big drop, Then you have a green, second green. This is where you would have gotten in. So you would have gotten in about 792, but it didn't go that much. It only went to about 810, 812, and then it continued to drop more. And now I think we're on a slight incline up. I think it's broken the, this is on a 3 minute, and if I look at it for a second on a 1 minute, it still looks like it's slightly up, okay? And if I look on a 5 minute, it looks like we are definitely in an up. We have a, what do you call that? An AL? What do they call that? I can't remember. It's upward. It's not a downward. It's not a downward triangle. It's an upward. I can't think of the word. I'm getting brain farts here. I didn't eat any food today, so I just had that 70-calorie brownie. I'm trying to lose some weight. I got to bring my stomach down. A lot of water. Got to drink a lot of water. That's 2 more cups gone. Good stuff. Can't live without water, you know? You'll drown if you drink too much. Did you know that? You can drown. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Do I have to put it on the board? I guess I do. Okay. Now is the time. We're almost in. Oh, shoot. Paulie, I knocked you out. Can you send me a private message? I want to save that. Let's see if I still got you anyway. Come on. There we go. I got you. Gotcha. Okay, I was saving this and I closed it by. I want to look back to the notes. Okay, talking to myself. Don't worry about it. I do it every day for about 3 hours with you guys. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Stop eating pizza. That will help. I haven't eaten any pizza since last week. What's the plan for Amazon, Pops? Well, as we all know, anybody who buys Amazon by tomorrow's the last day, and holds it, will end up when it splits next Friday or the 1st with 20 shares. All right, and that's a real good thing because, okay, I know you're here. I see it. 20 shares. Right now, if you look at Amazon's, it's gone up too. Too bad. 2234. All right. So at 2234, 2234 divided by 20 means we're gonna have 20 shares of $111, which is perfect. All right. So if you try when it opens up after the split, you're not going to be able to get in at $111. It's just not going to happen. So that stock's going to run almost like an IPO runs when it first comes out, because people are going to say, wow, Amazon was $3,000 and one of these days it's going to go back. I'm just going to hold it. So you take 20 shares at 111 and you wait about a year, even a year and a half, and if that stock goes back to even 1,500, okay, you're going to turn around and have 1,500 times 20 shares. You will have $3,000 and you will have paid only $2,200. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. If it goes to 1,500. No, if it goes to 1,500 a share, that's not right. Let's see. If it goes 1,500 a share, yeah, times 20 shares. 30,000. I'm sorry. You'll have $30,000. If it goes back up to even $2,000-$3,000, you're going to make a ton of money. So if you have some savings and money that you have some money, let's say in an IRA, if you have money in a 401, if you have money that's put aside, that's invested, I would take it out and move it over to this. You don't have to change your IRA out. You can make this part of your IRA and just leave it alone. Amazon is the largest company in the world today. They've surpassed Walmart, all right? And they will come back. And if you remember, when everything went down during COVID and everything dropped to like nothing, you were able to buy Tesla when it split to $200. Well, Tesla went back to what? $1,700, $1,800, almost at $2,000. So you could have made a fortune if you had held Tesla. So I'm going to tell you, Adrian and I spoke about this, and I'm going to put in about $20,000 into Amazon, and I'm going to take the split, and I'm going to leave it alone for a year and a half. I'm going to take some money that I'm not going to touch, that I was going to use for trading, and I'm going to use that and trade that, and say good luck, because I don't. Even if it goes down a little temporarily, I can't see Amazon ever going out of business. And with Amazon now in a position that people can afford it, they're going to jump on it. Does anybody here not agree with me? Tell me now. I want to know, and I want to know what you're thinking. So right now, if I take even, let's say it's $2,200, and let's say $35. times even 10 shares. Let's say 10 shares is $22,000. That's right, 10 shares, 22,000. Amazon will be part of the NWO, the New World Order, probably. They build a supermarket down over in California. They use new technology using chip. Yeah, you don't use money anymore. You just walk through the thing and it picks up everything. All your food as it passes the conveyor. Right now, there's a little town in Seattle, Washington, where Amazon is, and people don't use money there. They have a chip or they have a card and they just walk through. And it calculates everything. It takes it right out of your bank account. That's the way of the future. So for $22,000, okay, I'll have 10 shares. All right. Now, I'm going to put that into memory plus memory recall. Okay. Now, if my 10 shares, if I buy 10 shares times 20, it's going to give me 200 shares. Okay. What am I talking about? You got 200 shares. And if Amazon goes back up even to $1,500, which it will, okay, so it's costing me about 100, let's say 115, all right. So 1,500. Why can't I clear this? I'm doing the calculation on the calculator. If it goes up to 1,500, which it could go even more, take away the 115 that I paid for it is $1,385 times the, what did I say? 200 shares I will now have after the split. I will have $200,000. Can you wait a year? Can you wait 1 year, maybe even 2 at max, and put $20,000 aside to make 10 times your money? I ask you. That's a plan. And I could have done this, and Adrian and I talked about doing something very similar to this, and we didn't. And even if I use the money that I have in my Thinkorswim, I'm going to use it by tomorrow to do this. And then I'm just going to transfer over the other money like I was going to use anyway. So I'm going to put it back in there. And I'll leave it in Thinkorswim for right now. And hold that shares in there. But I'm telling you, when this splits, don't come back and say, Active Trader told me I could have made. And I'm telling you, this is a great way to make a lot of money. And I don't know if you can do this with options because you're getting leverage of 10 to 1. Okay? And you're going to have to sit with that for a long time. So I would say not. I would say this has got to be pure stocks. Anybody have any thought on that? Buying into Amazon to take advantage of the split. Does anybody know at this point what the Amazon, the deadline on that is? Let's see. Amazon split. Okay. Amazon shareholders approved 21 split vote down record, 15 proposals. Let's see. 3 stock splits the investors should keep on their radar. There's 3 of them. Let's see what it says here. I'm reading an article, and it says keep on their radars. What is it? Nintendo. NTDOI is responsible for legendary franchises. So that was one. The story continues. I don't think they're going to let me say it. Zacks Investment. Zacks is another one. I don't know what that is. Alphabet Google. I believe that. Another one. Zacks, Google, and Amazon. It shows Amazon. I really think this is the way to go. And let's see. Deadline to buy Amazon for split. What's it say? The news about Amazon split is already out, and the board of directors has approved 20-to-1 split the company's common stock on March 9th. So they already, they will approve. They already did. The date Amazon stock will split is June 6th. So the stock won't split until the following Monday. There's no stock trading this coming Monday. So the following Monday, the stock's going to split. Now, should I buy before or after the stock split? The bottom line is, in a perfect world, the best time to buy is before or the announcement date. However, if you miss that trade, it pays to wait patiently until the split to buy add your holdings. Perfect time to buy is before or on the announcement date. So, truthfully, we should have bought Amazon, I think it was yesterday, okay? But it's gone up $100, okay? $100 divided by 20 stocks, shares, is only $5 difference on each share. So the truth is, you're still a very good time. It was at 2082 was the opening this morning. That's when you should have bought it. We really waited a little long, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow. And tomorrow, I think, is the last day. Whether it goes up or not, I'm going to buy it. Because if I wait till the split, I may not get in. It might move so fast on the day of the split. Because once it hits that low number, people are going to dive in to buy 100,000 shares at a time. There's a lot of people with a lot of money that are waiting. Should I buy during a stock split? As investors should buy the stock after a dividend record date in the hopes of receiving a related dividend. The general dividends declared after stock split will be reduced proportionally per share to the account to cross leaving the total dividend payments unaffected. Do stocks go up after a split? Since 1980, the shares of companies that do splits are typically 25% a year later compared to 9% for the broader market. But we're talking about Amazon. So if it's typically up 25% a year, okay, I'm telling you, this is a stock that's going to do better than that. Same as Tesla. Go look at Tesla when Tesla split and it came down to about, I don't know, Adrian would know because he bought it before the split. 25, it went up within a year. It went up like more than 3 times the amount. Do you lose money when a stock splits? Do you lose money? No, a stock split won't change the value of your stock in the company. It simply alters the number of shares you own. What will happen if the stock split? In Amazon's 21 stock split takes place in June, shareholders will see their number of shares increase by 20 times, while the share price will decrease by 20 times. A stock split itself does not inherently create any value. It's like cutting a pizza into additional slices. But that's not necessarily true, because Amazon is a stock that's not like any other stocks. And I say that because it is the largest company in the world today. And it's a company that's out of the reach of small investors. And now it's going to be in the reach of small investors. So most of us can afford to buy one share of Amazon right now for $2,300 and put it away. So even if you bought one share of $2,300, okay, even if it does what I say, and I think it'll go back to $1,500 times 20 shares, will give you $30,000. So on your $2,200 investment, and even if it takes 2 years, that's some investment. You know, that's more than 500% each year. You can't get that anywhere. You can trade all day long. You're looking for 5%. You're looking at 500%. So I'm telling you, even if you buy one stock, you can't afford 10. You can't put 20,000 into the stock and put it away. Buy one. Buy one share and just put it away and don't touch it. Leave it in the account that you use to trade, but don't touch it. Do not touch that share. No matter what happens, no whether it goes down $10 or it goes up, do not touch it for 2 years. If you can, hold on that long. And you will thank me later on. And Adrian and I both know this is a fact. And let me ask you a question, Adrian. Are you going to buy that stock by tomorrow, yes or no? While you're thinking about it, I got to get some water. Baby girl. There you are. Hold on, baby girl. Hi, my baby girl. I'm coming back. Hi, sweetie. Hi, baby girl. I love you. You're so pretty. You are so pretty. That's my pussycat. She's right behind me. Okay. So, do we have any questions? Right now, we are, whether you know it or not, we are in Power Hour. So welcome to the Power Hour, the hour of power. And I told you before, if you look now, I told you we were going into that corner there, and it was either going to do one or two things. And I think we're at the bottom for RDBX, and it did go up a little bit, but there's still not enough volume. Even on a 5 minute, we got 190. I do want to watch on 1 minute for a reason that it tells me the volume, the real volume, and it's 48,000 right now. I want to see if it starts to get over 100,000 per candlestick, then I would consider going in. If not, it's totally manipulated and I won't touch it. Sorry to be making noise, but I just need to put something in my mouth. And I've got a prize from the Cracker Jacks. My wife had Cracker Jacks. And she knows that I like these caramel Cracker Jacks things, and I'm just going to eat a few of them. I really don't want the calories. I'm trying to lose weight, and I'm hungry. So a little bit's not going to hurt me. And I have self-control. So I'm going to eat, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 little popcorns. That's it. What do you think? Anybody here? Look at APYX. Okay. APYX. I don't know why. Is it going back up again? APYX. Yeah, it is. But this stock, I know, it looks like a lot more than it is. That's 545 to 561. It's gone up 15 cents. Let's watch it for a few minutes and see what it does. How many people here are in a trade right now? How many people here are sitting patiently on their hands, just watching and waiting for the right moment and not chasing anything? How many of you traders are even listening to me? I can't get you involved if you don't, write on the board. Say what's going on. Say how you feel. Did you make money today? Did you lose? I'm SS like an idiot. Oh, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. What's SS? Stupid shit? Sitting on my hands. That's fine. That's a smart thing. Sitting on his hands, Mikey, doing the right thing. So am I. You can see I'm not trading right now. And I traded earlier for like 5,000 shares to make $35. It just didn't go my way. You're in a short. Oh, okay, great. What stock? Can you tell us what stock you're in? Put it on the board. Let us know what you're shorting. It helps you. If more people short what you're in, you let people know what you're doing. Don't keep it a secret. The more it's going to put you in the position you want to be. Correct? All right. So now, APYX has hit a high 574. It's got that 575, that number where it's going to hit resistance. So it's either going to really pop over really hard, which I'm not going to bet on. There it goes. It's going up. Going up. Let me see something. Can I open up? Okay. No, that's not what I want. I want my 6 and 1. 6 and 1. Where is it? Where? The first one. Okay, that's for me. Okay, I'm watching AYPX. AYPX on another chart now. AY? I hit it wrong. APYX. APYX. I don't want to chase it. It hit 577 as a very, very hard part to get over. There's a lot of resistance set at any 575, 675. It was hard enough that he got over $5 today. That's a very hard place to get over. And once it does, it can sit and hold that position, then it's doing well as a stock. But to get over 575 is the real test of this stock right now. Because then we're looking at $6. And then 625. So this is really important. It's got to get over this place right now. And I don't know. Right now, there's probably a lot of shorts out there. A lot of people betting this stock's going to go back down. Because at TOS, I have plenty of shorts. What did you say, Kenny? What's your Siga? What is he in? He's short. Last money shorting AFRM from 28. Good deal. Apex, you asked. Apex is the one that you're shorting. Please do me a favor from now on, Kenny. Proper format. In my room or Dex, I ask for proper format all the time for a good reason. It's just as easy to APYX. Is that what it is? APYX. Not A. Okay? Thank you. I'll leave it up there. I'm not going to take it down. I do 99% of the time you do shorting. Oh, to do the... Okay, I got you. Just missed it. No problem. I do that because when new people come in the room and they see before, well, I posted it up there. They go up there and they can't hit it. They got to retype the whole thing out. If you just took an extra second most of the time, that's why I get so crazy on that stuff in the other room and I police the rooms. But that's my job. If I don't do it, then Deck does it, and it takes him away from doing the things he needs to do, like I'm doing now, which is going through the stocks and the training and seeing what's the best thing to us to look at. One, Kenny, doing shorts on options. Okay. Question: do you always go on the weekly? So, like, if you do an option today, it's an option that comes due this Friday, tomorrow. So, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, it's that week's option. You don't do next week's options. Am I correct? And you're usually out of the option the same day. Oh, you don't do options. Who said they were doing options? I'm sorry, wasn't you? Shorted stop. You're right. They said shorting. They didn't say options. Okay, not a problem. Just forget it. But we will be going over, probably starting next week. I hope to spend more time this week in study. What I learn, I'm going to pass on slowly to you guys. But a lot of us are going towards options, and I'm going to start teaching options. But simple trading, simple options. How to use more leverage with less money for the same stock. So why put out 10,000 when you can put out 1,000? And if you want to put out the same money, then buy 10 contracts and have 1,000 shares instead of 100, or 10,000 shares instead of 1,000 for the same money. And that's what options can do for you. So you don't do options yet. You want to do options one day. You want to learn how to do options, or you don't care to do options. And what do I see? Water behind you? The two best answer to that, when I myself do options, I try to do it as a day trade. Correct. But the option is usually out 2 weeks. Really? Why? Isn't it more money if it's out that far than if you do it this week? Or, I'm still learning myself, so got questions. Because I have a friend who just made a ton of money, and all the options he did were due that week. And a lot of other people I know who are doing options, they're doing options due that Friday. Good news or bad? Someone. Okay, CRTD? I'll tell you in a second. CRTD. Two days ago, first of all, Vocal teams up with Microsoft's 2-hat to deliver updates to priority moderation technology. That's good news, first of all, okay? But it only has, right now, average volume. It's not a stock you want to play with, but it is a penny stock. So I know that if I look at statistics on CTRD or whatever it was, the float's 17 million, which is not bad for a penny stock, but it's just gotten over $1, and it does CRTD. I'm going to put it in a different place for a second. I'm going to look at Stock Titan News Filter IO. Which one is that? Here it is, Stock Titan. Let's see if it'll open. Here we go. All right, give me 1 second. There might be other news. There it is. And it had news on the 24th. Still 2 days ago, it's the same news, but that's a positive news. That's good news. But I don't think you're going to see much from it. Oh, dude, I didn't mean to do that. I just got rid of something I shouldn't have. Let's see. Stock. I don't believe I just did that. Come on, please give it back to me. Give me back. Give me. Come on. That's not it. That's not it. Where was I just now? History. Let's go to history. Okay, I think I found it. Created stock thing. Got it. Okay, good. Got it back. Okay, so I would stay away from it personally. I just don't see any value in it right now. I could be wrong, but again, it's a penny stock, so they move differently. But it moved nicely today, but did not have that much volume. Has an average volume of 2 million, and it did double. So 2 to 1 with a 16 million float is good. It's okay. It's still slow mover. So you could have gone in at $1 and taken this thing to where it's now, and you could have bought a lot of shares. You can make money on a stock like this. Do you know how IV Crush works in options? IV Crush. IV Crush in options. Let's see. So everybody can see this. All right. That's something I really never heard before. IV Crush is the phenomenon whereby the extrinsic value of the options contract makes a sharp decline following the occurrence of a significant corporate event such as earnings, and it would have to be negative earnings. Unfortunately, this implied volatility crush catch as many trading beginners off guard. Okay, yes, that's almost like going into a stock and all of a sudden, for no reason at all, it just halts. You get stuck on a halt and it's going down. And it's halted because of news. Probably news just like this. It's a very, very same kind of phenomenon. And that, when it opens up, the thing could drop $1. I've had that happen to me when I was a new trader. I got caught twice in a 3-week period where I lost $1,300 to $1,600 per trade on halts that I couldn't get out of. I just had to put a low thing to get out first, and I didn't. I was in at 285,000 shares, and I got out at $1.45. And I got out too soon because I went back up to $1.65. But it was all because of news. I don't remember the stock. I was a new trader. This is very similar. So the way to get around this and not get caught is to do a straddle. So if you do a straddle, okay, so what you're talking about is a straddle is one strike price and in the money, okay, and you're going the opposite way. So you would do a put at the same time that you're doing a long call. And if this intrinsic phenomenon called the crush, the IV crush came, the straddle was an insurance to save you on the downward movement. So when it went the other way, you would get out of the other one, just pay a premium, and then you would make the money. And as long as it moved a substantial amount and not sideways, you'd make money with the straddle. Make sense? Who was that? EV Trades. Oh, EV. EV Trades. Wow. EV was next to me when we went to the seminar. Good to see you back. Does that answer your question? What was it? Was that Ronaldo? I'm trying to think of your name. Ronaldo? Okay. Ernesto? Let me think. Let's see how close I am. EV. Here we go. Enrique. Okay. I got it. I was with the E's. That's right. I got it. I was close. That's just, I met so many people, but I know you. He's like a brother. Like a brother, man. We had a good time. It was a good seminar. Okay. But did what I said make sense? And that's where you use a straddle. But I think most of that, like you're right, anybody can get caught off guard on that type of information, and I've gotten caught twice in 4 years with bad halts that in the middle. Oh, the third time I got caught recently, I think January or February this year, I got so lucky. I got caught in a 500 share halt. I was in about $18, $19, waiting for the blowout to go over 20, and the freaking thing halts. And I go, I am dead. 5 minutes goes by, 10, 15, 30 minutes goes by, still halted. I knew I was going to lose at that point. I said, that's it. I'm done. And I did nothing. I just waited to see what was going to happen. I figured 500 shares, maybe I'll lose $900, $1,000. It went up $3 when it opened, and I made $2,100. I was already up in the position at the time. I was just about to get out, and I made $2,100. I got out. The thing went another 75 cents, and then it halted up, okay, because it went so fast. So I would have made about another $800, $900. I don't remember what it was. Maybe I was 1,000 shares in. And I think what I did is I doubled it, went down a little. And sometimes I do that. I averaged down, cost average. And I think I had 1,000 shares. I knew I was in trouble. I knew I was going to lose. But I didn't. I made $2,100. And I got out. And the thing went up. It halted another 75 cents up. And then what happened is it went up, when unhalted, it went up like the next 50 cents. And then it shot down like a bomb, lower than where I got out. So I was very happy with the gains. That was a good one for me. But it's very common to what you're talking about. Snap, Head and Shoulders. Okay. It just had to be a snap. Let's get it up in a snap. I like snap. Snap, it's going down. Snap is a good, $15. Could have made 50 cents. Was a good short at 15. I knew that was a lot of resistance at $15, and I stopped looking at it. So that was a good stock to short. I don't think it's going to go much further down. I think you're probably looking at maybe $14.50, $14.49, $14.35. I think it'll stay till tomorrow. It did open up this morning at $13.69, but I think as long as the SPY holds on to as much of its gains, Right now, the SPY went down. It's a 404, but that's still pretty good. The SPY's up over $9-10 for the day, I believe. So if you open that up, let's say IB Crush. If you open up that SPY, let's see. What the heck is it? Why can't I get in there? Where is it? Probably the FinViz. I don't want that. Oh, there it is. Snap. What happened to the SPY? I went to open it up. Snap. Okay. SPY. Okay, 404. It's up. Wow. 390. So it opened at 398. It dropped. So 398. So it's up $9 right now. It was at a high of $9 today, but it's still up about $6, which isn't bad. As long as it stays over $4, Snap will probably stay close to. IB Crush. Where do you come up with this stuff, Enrique? Okay. Any news on CRTD? Well, look at Stock Titan. You'll know. Don't get lazy now. All right. What are we watching? Is anything happening? RDBX just stopped at its feet. It really isn't doing much. I think it's done for the day. And I'm removing all my drawings in it. Even though we're not watching it. Drawing. Everything has changed. Okay. I'm going to take my check mark off. I am not going to buy anything or chase anything after hours today because I don't want to lose, and I don't see anything worth really happening at this point. Yeah, that is definitely a Snap head and shoulders, no question. Perfect. It's actually a perfect head and shoulders on the 3 minute. So if you look at that right now and go to the 3 minute, I'm going to go to 3 minute and open. That is a perfect head and shoulders. 1, 2, 3. And if you bring a little closer together, you can see it even better. Boom. You can see the other one before was a Batman. There's a difference between a regular head and shoulders and what's called the Batman head and shoulders. But this is pretty cool. I think we're at the bottom. I say 1450. It's going to sit there. I don't know if it's going to drop. It may even go up after. Well, Snap could go up after hours. It does its own thing. I don't know what Snap does after hours. I forgot. You'd have to look. So that's 3 minute. Nothing. You see how it went up a little bit, went down a little, consolidated until the morning, about 4 a.m. probably. Yep, that's 4 a.m. And there's business between 4 and 5. There's your, that's 7. So from 4 to 7, it did go up, but it came down really quick. That's on a 3 minute. Snap in the past, I'm only on 3 minutes, so it's not going to show me a daily. If I go back 10 days in a minute, and then you can go back and you can see each time it goes into after hours. It doesn't really move much after hours, but it moves in the pre-market. In the pre-market, it does move, and in the mornings. A lot of times, look at that. It's 2 days in a row. Went up and down, up and down, up and down. Did the same thing here. Did very little. Came out, went up, went down. Let's say up, down, up, down, up, down. I love this TTM scalper. It's amazing. And then, of course, look at this. Same thing. There's so much that happens from 4 o'clock. It went down. I would be afraid in the aftermarket unless you're shorting. And then, let's see, where are we? Again, nothing after hours, pre-market. Some movement, and went down. The whole market was probably down. See, with 10 days. But we go back up to where we're at now, and we're there. We're home. And now you can see from today, all right, if you look today, there was very little in the pre-market. There's 7 o'clock. It went down a little, and you can see up, down, up. It was all up. This was all up, and it was all because of the SPY. I missed one line. I want to take that out. I'm removing all lines for right now. So you can see. And now I think we're stuck right in that area, 1456 there. I'm not really watching that. More watching the other. I want to see what it's going to do. Unless there's something else. Unless there's something else, we can look at the scanner and see. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. That's the options. We always have options. Okay, here we go. All right, this is the last 2 minutes. 4.5%. There's not much going on. VVOS, $1.36 to $1.60. High of 173, went up 30 cents. This one here, FMCCL. I don't know what that is. Federal Home Loans. Federal Home Loans. I don't know what these things are. I don't know. 7, 70. This is up to 250. You can see there's not much happening in the markets. Let's go high and low. There's really, you got 8 p.m. Didn't really do much. None of these. There's nothing. That's in the last 2 minutes. If I go 5 minutes now, see any stocks that are rocking and rolling in a 5 minute period, and that's a 4.5%. I really don't want to go any lower because it's really not going to interest me. 8 p.m. It's still there. Vivos. We traded Vivos about a year ago. That stock did really well. I don't know if it helped, but it did do well. I remember we traded it for 2 days. A lot of stocks, when they do go up, they go up, they go up. They usually go for 2 days. And that's about it. So I'm not really seeing much on my scanner either. So we're pretty much, and I told you, I saw RBX at about 740. And let's see, the low right there, 735 on the lower VWAP. I think that's about where we're at. 330 is action usually. Yeah, it is. Sometimes. I agree with you. I used to get into a lot of stocks at 325. I was able, when we were using real technicals and fundamentals, strategies that we learned to trade stocks, and I would jump in 330. Just like the morning. We used to vote on stocks before the COVID happened. And we would vote on certain stocks, and what I would do is I would jump in at 9:20 in the morning, 9:25, and when the bell rang, these stocks usually took off, and they went up 60, 70, 80, 90, $1, and I'd get out, and then they come down. And then all day be an up and down thing. Now we look at stocks that we think are going to go. We vote on them. They got to think about it. Everybody's scared, and then a lot of them just drop. So it's a very scary market right now, and you got to protect yourself. And how do you do that? And options might be a way by using straddles, stuff like that. Straddles are really good when you do earnings, like Facebook stocks that really can move. Facebook, Amazon, Tesla. They can protect you, and you can make money in either direction as long as it does move in the other direction. If it just goes the other way and just sits there $1 or two, you're gonna lose money because you got to pay the premium, and you're not gonna make any money the other direction. But when you got a stock like Tesla that can move $50, $60, I mean, one way and then come back always down the other. If you don't get, if you make money going up and that's the way you wanted it, that's great. You just pay the premium on your straddle, which would be whatever, a couple $100, and then you just make the money on the long, okay? And that's just a fee. In case it went the other way, you get rid of your long position, all right, and you make money on the straddle, all right, and you already paid a fee for that. So you just lose a little money on the other direction. That's the insurance. Stangles are a little different. You'll have to do a little research. But Stangles use 2 strike points, usually out of the money. And I'm not sure how they set up. So, I mean, there's still a lot to learn that I haven't learned. I just know about it, like iron condors and things like that, which I probably wouldn't use. Iron condors are another safety feature set up for options. They're a lot safer, but you'll make a lot less money. So we're volatile day traders, and we can treat options the same way that we treat regular stocks. You with me? We here? I put on a new pair of glasses and making my eyes like crazy. Let's try. I can't see the boards, and I got 20/20 in my right eye, but I can't see the numbers. Try these on. Those other ones give me a headache. Okay. My light's still on? Yeah. I got a blue light on. I don't like those heavy fluorescence. My window shade's open. Anybody else? Any other questions? We're hitting on 3:30. I don't know why they don't have something that says power hour midway, something like that. I got this one. Wait, where is it? Boom. That's gonna be my power hour midway. If you open it up, it says power hour. It's for people who work out or want to get tough. And RDBX is trying. It is trying, but if you look on the 3 minute, it's trying. If you look on the 1 minute, it looks like a reversal. So I don't know. It's just in that channel, and I need to write that down. It's in a channel. Okay, hold on. Okay, got it. Okay. Any questions? Anybody have any questions at all? Any comments, concerns about me? Did I do something I shouldn't have? As I always put up in Deck's room. Any comments, questions, or concerns? See, Deck. Why is Amazon dropping before the split? I hope. Oh yeah, I know why. Is Amazon? Oh, I hope you're right. I want it to drop because I'm buying some shares tomorrow. A lot of shares. Amazon's not dropping. There it is. Wow! I just say it's $20. Good. I want to see it back to 2,000. I should have bought it the other day when it was 2,000 and change, $2,050. But like I said, divided by 20, it's only $5 a share. So it's not going to make that much of a difference, believe it or not, $200. But I don't know. We should talk later, Saki. Maybe you should give me a call when you're driving home instead of the text, you know? I need to hear your voice. I'm jonesing. Good. I want to talk about Amazon. I want to get your thoughts on that. So, anyway, how's your study coming with the options? Good? You liking it? Did you get a chance to do any today for fun? Paper trade? See, a lot of times when you're learning something new, like if you're a stock trader and you're learning options, so you don't lose money and you just get used to hitting the buttons and doing a lot of things, you should go to the paper trade and see if you can get real time. I have real time on mine. They set it up. I have to test it to see if it's right. But they turned it on. I don't use it much, so with real time, it does cost them money with real time if you use it, but that's what he told me. I don't know if that's true. It probably uses up on their service because it's real time. That's why they charge people. They don't charge me. I told them, you can't charge me. Not the amount that I trade every year makes them money. Active. CRTD, they just had an offering at $2 above current price. Well, if I got it at the right time when it was $2 below, you can follow it up. But that's where it's going to stop. Wherever the $2 above. We were looking at CRTD before. Let me see that stock. I still have. There it is. My second one. Yeah, it jumped already. So that stock already jumped from 90 cents to what, $1 something? Yeah, $1.26. So it's moving a little now. I wouldn't necessarily jump into it because you have to follow it days before and find out in the past when it did get good news and it did go up for certain reasons. Did it hold its gains? That's an important thing. So for this particular stock, it's a stock that's not used to being over $1. The question is, can it stay over $1? Okay, because it is probably, it's not over the counter, but it's in the penny stocks. Got to get out of that you know. I don't see the news on what you're talking about. It says Milestone, Hours, Keys. The last news I see here was 2 days ago. Create a first holding company, unless it was dated to do that. Let me go back to, oh, here it is. Yeah, I don't see any news that's showing me that there was an offer out. And offers usually make a stock. They just had an offering at $2 above current price. Which does that mean? What it means is that stock would go up, but usually offerings do the opposite. When there's an offering on a stock, it usually drops. I don't know. Depends on how much stock is being bought. I did GME and made a little over 300, but to be honest, all I know is I bought a call contract and got lucky. You know, sometimes they call that beginner's luck, and that's great. You know what? Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. A lot of people get into options, and I got another guy, he's talking about iron condors and this and that, and I'm going, keep it simple. Keep it on the weekly. Keep it on the contracts that are due. One of the stocks today, there was no contract due on the Friday. I had to go to next week. But don't go so far out and try to keep it as close to in the money as possible. Okay? If you're going forward or back. And do not keep any options overnight when you're new. Get out of them. Get out of them, because you can unlimitedly lose a lot of money if you're doing a put, okay, and it goes the other way. Something good news comes out and a stock runs a couple dollars, you got a lot of shares, you can get hurt, okay? Really get hurt. I had a stock do that to me once, and I lost $6,000 in one stock. So I'm telling you, it can happen. You've got to be very careful. Benzinga Pro. Okay, well, I have Benzinga. Let me just see something real quick. I'm going to go into CRTD. I don't even have it in here. What stock was that again? It was, without looking, CRTD. I had it right. Okay, so CRTD. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to open up CRTD for a second. And there it is, 3 o'clock. There's the news. So, the exclusive created to raise up to $40 million via rights offering at a premium to fund its exposure plans. What that means is, okay, Control C. Let's put this on the board. CRTD. Okay, it says that the board approved rights offering up to $40 million for 20 million shares at $2 per unit. Now, here's the problem with that, okay? 20 million shares. Let's go into CRTD for a second, and let's look up in statistics, okay? And you have right now a float of 17.6 million. When you put out 17.6, 20 million shares, you now have a stock with 36 million shares. I think that stock's going to go down. I wouldn't get into it. Offerings usually bring the stock down. So even though the shares were $2 per unit, it may go there, but I think it's going to pull back. I don't see it going further. I've never seen offerings go the other way. Very rare. I have seen it, but it's very rare. CRTD is connected with what? Microsoft or what? What was that? I'm not sure. Let me see. I don't remember. I read it earlier. And CRTD, let's get out of the float. Let's see. It has something to do with Microsoft. Yep. Created vocal teams up with Microsoft's 2-hat to deliver updates and proprietary moderation technology. So it's a technology. Well, you know what? It's a company that has a partnership with Microsoft in a way that Microsoft is using some of its technology from CRTD. So in that case, you have a stock, and if Microsoft's going up too, I have to look at it. That's MFST, I think. MSFT, Microsoft. Check Microsoft. If it's going up too, and this is going up, we influences with a combined following of over 4 million CRTD. It's got a lot of news. It's got some news in the last 10 days. So, you know what? That's one of those things that the question is, why didn't it go up already? Well, it has. So that means that some people knew about this stock because it went up from 80 cents to 129, where the high today at 136. So I was there early. I saw it was at 105 or so. Thought about it, but I didn't. Imagine if you got in at 105 and this thing jumps. It might jump to 175, 185. Somebody's going to take a slight loss, but they probably couldn't get that many shares anyway. They're putting an offering out. I don't know. Doesn't mean it's going to go anywhere. It could drop. I don't know. I really don't have the answer to that. I just know they do have a partnership with Microsoft with technology, and that is a good thing for them. I don't really like Microsoft and what they do. I don't really like anything Bill Gates does. But it's starting to move now. Look at it. CRTD. Let's keep an eye on it for a little bit. Even my, if I go down to, listen, that's one thing I don't like. If I go down right now, well, I already did, on a 1 minute. See, I don't see it on a 3 minute. You see the TTM squeeze right there is showing me that you should have got in. It hit that VWAP for a second at 118. You should have bought in, and it went up as high as 130. But if you want to hold it, it's a good chance this stock may flip up tomorrow. But when is the offering? Does it say the date? I didn't see a date in there. Approved. It says approved a rights offering. Okay, so the NASDAQ board approved a right, and it's created May 25 closing price of 8.808. You see, so the offering price implies a premium of 147. I don't know about the $2. It says $2 per unit. What happened? Creator looks to distribute 2 subscription rights for each share, which holders require via conversion, warrants or options. Each unit will consist of 1 share, 1 redeemable 5-year warrant. I really don't know what all that means. I really don't. It's a lot of gibberish talk. You know, I just know it says board approved, but when? It doesn't show execution of. When is the execution, or has it already happened? Is this available now? I don't think so, because I looked in the actual stock itself, and if you go into statistics, it's got it's only got a float of 17 million. Once they put that 20 million out there, it's going to be 37 million, okay? Which is going to make this a slower moving stock. That's a fact. But it doesn't mean it won't run as long as the volume. Now, right now, the volume is 7 times the average volume, which is very good for a stock even at 17 million. So it's definitely got the attention of a lot of people right now. I mean, that's 14 million people buying in and out and in and out. Question is, what are they saying? I know there are a bunch of nitwits, but there are a lot of good traders in there too. And if I put CRTD, is that the stock? Let's see. It didn't work. I messed up. It's CRTD. I did put the right stock. Now who's the nitwit? Let's see, CRTD. There it is. Okay, I'm going in here. It says, shorts trapped. They're struggling to complain to the company. The shorts are trapped. Somehow they can't sell off. Genius move by the CEO. Expecting similar names to gap up. Congrats to all the banking hard on this swing. CTRD will wait till the news inspired the offer. Drizzy drops 4, 5, 6 running a day, if not all-time high. Okay, can't believe everything you hear. Yes, free money till $2. CRTD. Nice to see a company that gives a shit about those shareholders. Good work management. Listen, I'm going to tell you something, and all of us right here. He says, here comes the big one. I bought many shares over this year. I am not unhappy. Pop a Viagra and let's go again. That's strange people. Offering at $2. Try for the pot. They for something. Oh my God, I can't even read some of this stuff. Shorts are trapped, too greedy, hold, and then they get paid higher. So the shorts are trapped, they're in trouble. It looks like there's more positive for this stock that it's going to run. There's 7 new posts just came in. 1, 4, 1, 6 will come directly. After $1, $4. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. You brought up a good one. And CTRD is more than a stock to watch. It's a stock to possibly, if you want to take a chance. It's too bad you didn't get in that last low, which was about 124 just now, and before 119. You may want to wait to see if there's a dip, but we're almost out of time. If it hits a dip, I would say buy 500 shares and see what happens. Because even if 500 shares, if it goes up to $2, you make about 70 cents. You'd make $350. You could swing this trade overnight. It looks like it might be a good swing trade. I don't know when the offer comes out. That's the only thing. I don't see the time on it. Created to raise up $40 million. All rights at premium to fund it. Where is the time? When? It says created May 25th closing price of 80 cents. May 25th. That was yesterday. Creates May 25th closing price. What happened? The offering could increase by an additional 180 million, subject to the exercise of the warrants. Why does it matter? So you know what? It's something to do with it's not. I don't know if this is stock to the. Is it stock to the public, or is it private? 20 million shares, an offering of 20, board approved 20 million. It doesn't say, because it says warrants. It could be warrants just to bring money up, which will bring the stock up. So it doesn't mean that the stock, they're selling the warrants at $2. I don't know. You know what? I really don't know. If fully subscribed, the offering could yield between 10 to 20 times an increase in revenues over the next 12 to 18 months. It's a stock you want to hold long term. Do you want to be a long-term holder? I'm going to do that with Amazon, but I don't know if I want to do that with CRTD. Oh, it says or options. It says via conversion of exercise of preferred stock, warrants, or options. Each unit will consist of 1 share, 1 redeemable 5-year warrant exercisable for $3 per share, and 1 redeemable 5-year warrant exercise at $6 per share. So if you want to buy it right now, you want to buy, I think you can buy it with 5-year the warrants and for $3 and redeemable after 5 years. I wouldn't tie my money up for that. I wouldn't. I'd rather put it in Amazon. But if for today, if it's going to go to $2 today, it's already starting to move. It's already starting to move. You should have bought 1,000 shares. It's such a cheap stock. You could buy 5,000 shares. You know, it doesn't take a lot to buy a stock like this. Hey, baby. Hey, sweetie. What do you think? Options? Should I do options? Yeah. A double blink. I love you. You tired? You tired, baby sweet? I love you. That's my girl. Look at this thing go. This thing's moving. It's not fast moving, but it's moving. Galante, want to fulfill the $2 offering price. It's trying so hard. I agree. Okay, let's see. Affirm new higher day. Scalping deck, you have to be quick. Fake out, deck out. Deck's looking at CRTD too. Okay. Wasn't watching. Saw a big sell order. Yeah, okay. What's a move so choppy? Chappy, the most gangster robot out there. People are great. Love him. I love Tim. He's a great guy. Okay. Let me go back to my room. Anybody else got any other news or anything else you want to discuss on this? It's up to 146, new high day. What do you want to do when they come for you? What do you want to do when they come for you? Give me 1 second. I gotta use the basil spray. Stay. Stay. Wow, legs are killing me. I love you. That's my girl. My cat's right behind me. She likes to watch me trade. She's saying, come on, aren't you going to trade? Is that what you said? Of course I'm going to trade. As soon as I see the opportunity. You know what? I like this. I don't like those high shadows, okay? It's a high upper shadow, which means there's a lot of resistance right now at 145. So it's going to have a little trouble getting over there. And it's got a lot of volume. It's got over 1 million per well, that's on a 3 minute. Okay, let's look at this on a 5 minute. Let me see if I can change this. I gotta change it up here. I'm on a 1 minute here. Let's see how it looks on a 5 minute. Yeah, so you got a little bull flag going on here. It's at 141. Yeah, it looks good. I like it on the 3 minute. It looks good. It wants to go up. There's a 145. Who was that brought that up? Are you in, Paulie? Are you in the stock? Who's in CRTD right now? Who's in this stock? Anybody? The offering price above the current price, $2, means it will hit $2. No? Yes, it should. It should hit $2, but it's having look at it. It's trying to go. It's trying to go. It's got a lot of volume. I don't want to see it drop really quick. That's the only thing. And where's my SPY? My SPY's moving too. It's moving with the SPY. I just don't know if the offering is the offering is not out already because it doesn't show 20 million shares on the float. So I don't know if that's warrants or what it means. But it said it was open for the warrants, for the options, for everything, for the stocks. There's your pullback. Here's a little pullback. Ready? So if you want to get in, 138. If it hits 138, 135, might be a good place to get in with a couple of thousand shares. It's not expensive. Anybody? What do you think? What do you think? There's a lot of shares invested in this. All I can tell you is right now, let's see, wrong mouse. Right here, you just have 354,000. I can't see. Why is it showing? Okay, let's see. 2 million. Another 2 million. Another million. So that's 5 million right there, plus a little stragglers. There's 900,000, plus it was 100. That's 6 million. 7 million. So you have 7 million shares going up. What's going to bring this down? Are they going to hold on? There's a lot of people invested in this right now. So out of 1 million shares, okay, coming down, you have half right there. You see it? 564,000 on the short. There's a fight going on. I don't have any shorts in TOS, so anybody? Nobody's in the stock. Nobody's in the room. How many people parked here and just went for a ride? How many people are really here? Can we get a head count? You want me to play the music? Last time I played music, what happened in the background is one song by Bob Dylan was an SME. It was an infringement, and they took the whole tape off for the whole day. Isn't that nice? It was the first time. Deck had it happen many times. He didn't even know it, and he lost 7 days on that account about 2 weeks ago. Okay, how are we doing here, folks? Anybody doing anything? Anybody in CRTD? Does anybody hear me? My mic on? Hello, 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 hello. Just listening and learning. MSM, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Hey, and remember, anybody in here now, if you could just go onto the top of your page, open up another Deckmore Tradecaster for a second, and go to the lobbies. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Within the next 60 days, I should be coming out with the book. It's a pamphlet, really, which will be in a Word document ebook, and I'm going to be giving it out for free to people who are subscribed. And Adrian for music. It used to be Adrian for art. He's in an art company now, and he's going to be helping me put this whole thing together. And we'll be giving it out. It'll be nice. And anybody who wanted that by the professor, I was also handing out, and I asked the professor. He said no problem. I told him that I was reading it to the class, and I gave him all the credit, and he thanked me. He does give it out free, and I have it, and I can make it available to you guys. Okay? I'll probably do it on Tuesday, but I have his book. Consistent trading. What's it called? It's called, let me just see real quick. What is this? What's up there now? I got so many up here. Okay. How to trade consistently. How to be a consistent trader. I have it in a PDF file, which means that it's got to come in an email. Can't put it on the board or anything. It's too bad we can't send attachments like that. At least I don't think. That'll go away. I put that up by accident. Okay. That was the options thing. All right, we're almost there. 3:48 in the afternoon. And do we have any questions? Anybody in at all in CRD? New high of day. I love it. 150 is a good high of the day. It could actually stay there. But I have a feeling this stock is a possibility. I mean, it's 50-50. This stock is looking good. And it could run in the after hours over $2. It could run over what the option is, but it will pull back eventually. So if you get in, you make sure you get out at the right time. Wow, I'm so tempted. Anybody else? Come on, talk to me. I don't want to lose you. Let's see what am I doing. Uh-oh. I did it. I lost you. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me just detach this. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Detach. Okay. I am so sorry. I'm trying to get rid of all these things that are open, and I can't. Yeah, we'll leave it there. I don't need the watch list. Okay, we're back where we were. Things at 144 right now. Let's see if I can watch the watch list a little. Put it up. Okay. You can see all the how much is being sold, how much is being bought, and it's about equal. It's going back and forth, back and forth. They're trying to keep the price around the same. Somebody's got some control. There's your dip. There was your dip. Whether the dip's enough, it was at 141 for a split second. 144. SPY, new high day and rejected. Wow. Okay, let's see. SPY real quick is, oh, come on, trade. SPY 406. Wow, 407.04 is the high of the new high of the day. That thing's an animal. The SPY is animal today. Wow. Wow, 350. What do we do? What do we do? Is anybody here in CRTD? Anybody in CRTD right now? Is anybody thinking of getting into CRD before the bell and taking it after hours? Yes or no? As a swing trade. Anybody? There's the 150 again. 150. Going once. Going twice. Holding. 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 I hate that. You ever been in jail? You got to make a phone call? Holding. 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 Hold this. Anyway. 147, 148. I've been to jail, and I've been to Yale, and I've been around the world. Twice. Okay. Really went nowhere. I did it all in my sleep. You're in. Good deal. What price you in last money? What price are you in this? 125? 135? Lower? Look at the sellers. I know. Yeah, I told you, it's going back and forth. It's going back and forth. But what's going to happen is eventually you're going to see a fallback That's what happens. Like now, 140 or 42, and then spring ahead. Boom. I'm just waiting for a little bit more. Are you getting in? I was really looking for about 135. Between 128 and 135. I was looking for one more pullback. I'm ready to pull the trigger. Okay? I have it set. Let me see. My auto send is on. I'm on. 144. How about you? Only 1,000. That's okay. 1,000 shares is perfect. It's controllable. But what price did you get in last money? Is that your last? Oh, $1.40. I see it. Okay. You're still good. I can see right now it's got support right about where we're at now. It seems to be holding. Where was the low? Let's see. Wrong. I got two mice here and two computers. Okay, right there. 140. 140 support. Just when you get in. It's very tight. The channel's very tight. Okay? So if we, and I'm on a 1 minute for good reason. Right there. Right there. And then you have from here. See, it's so tight. This thing it really looks like it's ready to squeeze any minute. It could take off, or it could drop like a bomb. Now, with the offer being at $2, it's very unlikely that this thing will drop like a bomb. It might pull back a little bit, but eventually, I think you're going to see some action after hours. I'm going to keep it open and watch it. Just for curiosity, I want to watch. I'm going to take this off to 3 minutes. You see the 3 minute? It's amazing. Look at this. This is really cool. You see my lines, and then watch it on the 3 minutes. This is very cool. Look at the marks. This thing looks like it really wants to go. Wow. Pretty. Look at that. It's like nothing before. There's like nothing before this. That was at 82 cents right there. 82. How could that be? This is only a 3 minute chart. Wow. Holy. Make it a little bigger. This is a weird day. It really is. Wow. 160? I see 160 for a second? No, it can't be 150. All right, put it back. That's on a 3 minute. It's very cool looking, but it's going back down. There's your 140 support. Let's see what happens. You're still good. What do you have, a physical last money or a mental stop loss? Which one do you have? Physical or mental stop loss? And what broker are you using? There's your 140. There's your pullback. I told you before about 138. I want to go back. There's a big pullback, but don't worry about it. I don't think it's. I want to go for the 1 minute for a second. I told you the lowest that probably go is right there, and that's the VWAP. It's got to hold there, but right there it's holding 130. This is your. Remember I told you this is going to be a pullback and then a spring ahead. Let's see what happens. The only thing I don't like about this offering, and usually when there's an offering, there's more shares, the stock comes down. But the offering was at much higher, which is very unusual. Usually, I give kudos to a company that's making an offer higher and trying to raise all this money when it hasn't been proven to be there. Usually offerings they get a stock up, then they make an offering 20 cents less, and it kills everybody because they only think about themselves. They don't think about us. They're thinking about them. They're thinking about the stockholders. The people, the real people. We're not real. That was a good buy right there. See, that was a good entrance point. I know people are scared, but right there when it just hit 130, remember I told you 138? That was even better. 131. I didn't jump in. I don't like the way it's moving. It's just weird. It's really strange. I'm on a 1 minute. Let's go back and look at it on a 5 minute. It's going to look like it's coming down. You see? It's still got a downward motion, but it wants to go. And we're like 3 minutes. We're 5 minutes away. Let's see, from 4 minutes. Back on a 1 minute. I'm below my lines. VWAP support. $1.31 low. There you go. So you got a little new direction. I don't really like the direction of where it's going right now. And on the 3 minute, it looks like it's coming straight down. But it's got a very low, I'm going to show you, On the 3 minute, if you look at the 3 minute or the 5, but if you look at the 3 minute, you see how it's not pronounced on this thing. I have another monitor shows it much bigger, but there's a down doji, which is good. Usually, when there's a down doji, it means that the stock went a little far. It's going to come back up, but it's not. Let's see if it holds the view up. I still think at 130, I just don't like where it opened, but I don't understand why. I know offerings most of the time make a stock come down, but this was an offering higher than the stock is at. That doesn't mean that people are going to buy it. It doesn't mean they're going to go for it. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. If it passes that view up, you're in trouble. There you go. Quick short. At what price? Ozo, 145. Where'd you short it? I can't short it because there's none to borrow. I only did a few small trades this morning. I only made $100, quick money. But I just stayed out of it because I got so much on my mind right now, and I'm just trying not to lose money, to be honest. All right, let me see something. Go back to the board. Quick short. That's all it goes. 720. Okay. 130. Marky. 130 and left. You're out of it? To a loss? That's who the responsibility lies with. That's right. The stockholders, they don't give a crap about us. You're right. It's exactly right. They don't. They could care less what it does to us who trade it on a daily basis. They are more of institutional buyers. There's a lot of institutional buyers that, I mean, if you went in and took a look at their K forms and their whatever their Section 10, 8s, whatever it is, you'd see all the companies holding their stock, which would give you an idea if it's something you want to hold too. I don't like it. I'd be out. I'm glad I didn't get in. I'm sorry I didn't get in earlier, but I just don't like what's happening right now. And with 1 minute to the bell, or less, sorry to say, not a good finish. Doesn't mean it's not going to come back after. So you might want to hold tight. I'm just telling you, you might want to hold tight. We got 15 seconds to the bell. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Anybody see my girl? Did you see my girl? Here's my girl. Ding, 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 ding. Anybody see my girl? See my guys, they won't bother me anymore. Okay. I gave them a little ding ding too. All right. She's hot. She is hot. Nobody knows what her color, real color is. Only her hairdresser knows for sure. All right. It's been an exciting day. It did good today, you know. I just don't understand why this offer. It's very, very confusing to me. You know what? I want to look at the real quick. I want to look back at RDDBX. Let's see. I'm not going to change it on your board. RDDBX is down, and it's down to 3. I told you 350, and it hit 747, 742. It hit about 741, 742. It's starting to go back up after hours. What's moving after hours? Okay, I need my 6 and 1. Let's see. I need my 6 and 1. Got it. Okay, 6 and 1. Okay, RDBX is trying. Check that. Put that on extension. I've got APYX not doing anything. BKSY is done. Let's see, CRTD. Is that the right one? Oh, I put RDBX on there. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you guys. I didn't mean to change that. Okay, where is it? There it's top. It's #1 stock. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. I know you're watching it. Okay. CRTD. I'm going to put it in here. I told you to hold tight that it might come back. It's got a lower shadow, which is good. It's in the green, and it still might come back.
So I would hold tight on that. I would definitely hold tight. Those are in 140. I think I'd still, be in there. Let's just see something. I want to put it back to 1 minute for a second. All right, and I got one here. There's my low, and one there. All right, there's new lows right there. Okay, and let's take this out for a second. Don't be afraid to do your drawings. Put in trend lines. You got 150 here, so 150. There's your high. And let's bring it to where it's at right there. Okay. Now you can see it can. This thing, I'm telling you, this thing can still squeeze up. I just don't understand the $2 offer. I don't know that that's a real offer. It means anything because, like, why would somebody go buy a stock for $2? And if they do buy it for $2 on the other side, that's in. I don't know if it affects this float. That's in company that they're allowing shares. Or the warrants, what it's going to do is you have to hold it, and it's giving you some sort of a guarantee that you're going to walk away with $6 or $5 in a certain amount of time. So it's more for long term. It was a little confusing, but I think it's a long term hold. So I don't know that it has much effect. And a lot of people, I think that are traders like you and me who are in and out, are confused. We just don't understand exactly because I've never seen an offer for more than a stock's worth. Why would they buy it? Okay, unless a company, and how can the company give a guarantee like that? I mean, if you look at what it says, to raise up 40 million, that's for them, that's fine. But it says in here, I put it on the board before, the offer price implies a premium of 147% created May 25th, price of 80 cents. It says here, it fully subscribed, the offering could yield between 10 times and 20 times an increase in revenues over the next 12 to 18 months. So it's telling people who got it at a certain price that they have guarantees of certain prices. But you know what? What gets me is says could pay, could yield. Doesn't mean, it doesn't say will yield. It says could yield. You got to be careful when it talks about one word. Okay. Charges and decrease in the core platform vocals. It may. I don't know the whole ins and outs. They're raising money for a certain reason. They could be buying something that they need to do a job that they're doing. Okay, and with that money, they can get it at such a lower price that it gives them that much more of an increase in their earnings. All right, that's very. And there's your filing. Okay, let's see what it says. See. SCA registered Bavara. Hold on 1 second. You know what? Give me a second. Let me go back to the other one. Give me 1 second. Okay, and you put that out here. And what did it change? What did I put it? Okay. If you look right now, this is the page. All right, and this is it right in here. Approximate date. Yeah, that's what we were looking for, remember? Was the date. Come on, I'm trying to move this. Come on. Perfect. It says the approximate... Come on. Stop moving. All right, there. Okay. It says something about the date. It says a sale to the public. So that's all of us then. Time, effective date, this registration. Only securities being formed. Look for the main rule for 50 under the days of security. Pursuant. There's nothing about dates and times. What did it say up here? Executive? There's nothing. It's a Form S3, Amendment number 1. A file with securities on May 23rd. It just was approved today. But when? Information required prospects. Fee every $50,000. Information required. If anybody can read through all this garbage and understand what it means, Happy New Year. There's all your board members and directors. Okay, that's the end of it. I don't get it. First sentence in bold. Okay. Approximate date of commencement of proposed sale to the public from time to time after the effective date of the registration statement. What the hell does that mean? Marky, what does that mean? You got me. You read it. I'm gonna move it back. How do we get it back? There it goes. 1, 2, 3, Yahoo. Okay. Put it up there. I'm back in. I don't know what it means. And I think of myself as a relatively smart guy. There's something in there I'm not getting. Are you? Uh-oh. What did I just do? Here it is. 1 over. Okay. And it's still holding at 129, 130. There is no exact date. So what does it mean? Exactly. There's no execution of it. That's what the first thing I looked for was the date of execution. It does not say. They just got an approval to do it. So what they got, it says approximate date of commencement of proposed sale to from time to time after the effective date. So let's say they're letting out 20 million shares at $2. So they're going to let out, let's say, 5 million here at $2 and another 20. Why would people buy it? They can buy it right now for $1.30. That makes absolutely no sense to me. Yeah, I understand that, but they're unless they're thinking that if this stock goes up before that time, that once it gets to around that area or maybe higher, they can put out these shares at a little better price to mark it up. The only reason that somebody's going to buy any amount of significant amount of shares is for two reasons. One, they think the stock's going to go up. And if this stock's at $1.29, $1.30, nobody's buying at $2. So the only time they're going to sell it at $2, and they already have the approval to put out 20 million more shares, is when this stock goes over $2. Are you all in agreement with that? It's like options. If you place an option, when you buy an option, you're agreeing to buy that option at a certain price in the future. Okay, that's what you're doing. So when you sell it, it's because you bought it at that price and now it's being sold. But if that option goes the other way, why is somebody going to buy it at a higher price if it's now at a lower price? They don't want that, okay? But if you have an option and you put a call out, you put it out, let's say it's at $1 and you're putting a call out to 150 and it goes to, let's say, 160, okay, and you get out, somebody may want to buy that because they may buy it as a put. They might buy it the opposite way because they think it's going to come down. Or if you buy a 150 strike, let's say, and it goes to 140, they might still buy it because there's a leeway to go. But I don't see them paying 150 when it's only 140. The same thing with this. I don't see somebody paying $2 when it's $1.40, $1.30. It's going down. So I'm not going in. I'm going to take a pass. I'm passing. You understand. I'm not shy, but I'm passing. RDBX. Right now, what we need to do is I need to put up or shut up. No, I need to put up real quick. Let's see what's in here. Boom, 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 boom. Right here. Here's your scanner. Let's put this up to 5%. Might be too much. Hold on. Let's look at stocks under $100. Okay. 100. Okay. In the last 5 minutes, let's take a look. And that's it. There's no more underneath here. And at high to low, SPRC, TRG, 306, 333. There's nothing really moving. Let's look at less than, let's go down to 4.5%. I mean, I'm not looking for stocks that are doing 2%. There we go. Still, SPRC, 306, it didn't really move much. Had a high 375. This one here, same thing. I don't see anything really moving. Where's Mel? Still out of town? I don't see it. Does anybody see any stocks moving? Top line results or some stellar PR. Well, if they come out with some stellar PR, okay, that stock's going to go. And if it goes over $2, $2.20, if it's over $2 and somebody has an availability to buy a bunch of shares at $2 when it's over $2, they'll buy it. They've already made a profit. But according to the company, they have to hold it for a certain amount of time for it to be worth a lot more than it's worth at $2. It says that. If you hold it for a certain amount of time, $3, $4, it will go up 150%. And when you go to the bottom of that contract with the SEC, it says, if you hold it for a specific amount of times, but it says what it could be worth. You know what? It could be a company that's in the garbage also in 3 years. Nobody knows. Look what's happening. You know what? With war going on, Ukraine is just the beginning. What happens when Russia sends a bomb into a NATO country? What's going to happen then? We could be in an all-out war. All these stocks are going to be in the toilet, including Amazon. And that's the scary part right now of going to buy. You know, this thing is not moving. I'm going to take my lines out. I'm going to remove my drawings. Right now, we're under the trend line. I know what it is. I don't need it. Okay? So we got right now about a 120 support, if it holds. And we're bearish. We're below the, we're bearish. So who's going to buy it? We're below the VWAP. Unless that thing gets back up and somebody buys a significant amount of shares, the stock's done. And I don't see anything else moving. Even if I go to about 2 minutes, let's go to 2 minutes and just rescan. It's not many stocks. It keeps coming up with the SPRC. And it's not really moving. VQS, 80 volumes. No volume. This one has volume, 393. It went up 10-15 cents. That's Liquidia Corporation. I don't see anything moving. Those home loans are still around. Nothing. I'm going to call it in. I'm going to call it a night. I just don't see it happening. I'll get rid of that. I'm not pulling the scanner up again because I don't think anything's really happening. I think it's very quiet right now, and the best thing to do. And even it's nice to see the SPY did get up above $4 and it held its gains. You know, it gives me some thought that maybe, you know, we're not going to see a real crash, but you don't know. This could be the calm before the storm. You just don't know. And right now, CRTD is still got the volume. Still has the volume of the number one stock. If you look at even my RSI is 72%. I think it's a good short. But I can't short it. CRTD, I can't short it. So I'm done. Anybody else got any other stocks to look at? I'm going to go one more time. I'm not going to show you on the board. Let me see. I might be able to do it. Let's see. Let's see if it's here. It is here. Okay. I'm just going to go down the board real quick. That's CRTD. And if I shorten this down a little bit. Oh, come on. I remember I lost it before, so I had to redo it. So hold on. Come on. Boy, this thing's huge. Right there. Okay. Okay, if I go up and down, there's CRTD. I know you can't see the active trader. You can't see me. Okay. APURX, it's consolidating. It's not doing anything. PLAG, and these are your top stock percentage stocks right now. Nothing. There is nothing. Because your SPY died too. People are nervous right now. They're afraid to put their money out there. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. And here's our DBX. It's down there and it's staying there. Maybe tomorrow. I think tomorrow morning will be a good morning, and the afternoon will be dead. And don't forget, Monday is no trading, so you don't want to really swing trade any trades. I don't see the benefit. I'm not going down anymore. Even Twitter slowed down. CSSE, there is nothing happening. 5%. You're going down to 5% areas. Nothing's happening. This is your number one stock right now, SPRC, in the scanner. Is AYBA again. Nothing. I don't see it. RDBX right there. Okay. I don't see it. I'm taking this away. And I'm opening this back up. Okay. That's it. That's it, folks. What did they say? That's all, folks. Let's see. There you go. That's all, folks. Nothing else happening. It's too slow. I think I'm going to play with my cat. Relax a little bit. Call it a day. I'm not going to throw out any money. I'm not going to chase any stocks. I'm not going to chase any women today. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm going to be good. How about you? You all going to be good now? What happened to John? There's a guy John. I was talking to him earlier. Is it Johnny? What happened to you, Johnny? You still here? Adrian, are you still here? Let's see. Johnny Trades. There he is. Okay, he's still here. Okay. What happened? Okay. It's YOUR. Okay. Later, Pa. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Paulie. Listen, there's just nothing happening right now. So, I guess we're just going to have to take a break.
The cat's gone. That's it, folks.
That's it. I took the hat off. I'm throwing in the hat. Throwing it in. There's just nothing to trade. Unless somebody else can come up with something, I'm open. You know, any questions? I am open. Closing up a few boxes. If I go too far, it's going to close up the ones on the board, or I did it already. I think I did it. I closed it. I closed the wrong one. Let me see something real quick. Let me get it back. Okay. I closed the wrong one. Come on. I shouldn't have played with it. There you go. Let's see if it goes back. If not, I'm going to call it a night. I may have screwed it up. Let's see what happens. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. I think we're still live. Let's see. If I put my hands up and it doesn't pick it up, then I know. Let's see what happens. I hate the delay. You know, I can't stand it. That's why I love Webinito. So at Dex, you can see, I put my hand up and you can see how many seconds. It's about 6-7 seconds of a delay. I wish somebody could help me with that to bring the delay down a little bit, maybe to 1 or 2 seconds. Webinito is almost instant. It's great, but it's very expensive. Hold on 1 second. Not you, baby girl. You're good. It's getting a little bright in here. I don't know if you can all hear my cat. She's talking. What's the matter, baby? You all right? My good girl? Yeah. My good girl? Huh? You want to talk to the people? You want to say hello? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, show me some love. Show me some love. That's right. That's right, baby. That's right. Give me some love. My baby girl loves me. She loves me. That baby girl. How come we kiss our animals, huh? Some of us don't even kiss our wives anymore. Okay, go back up there. I'll be up there. You want another treat? Hold on, I gotta give her another treat. I know I gave you a big one, but so here's one more. Alright? It's your good girl. That's a lot of treats. Okay, there you go. Alright, that'll hold you over. Okay. Alright, that's good. I took care of the baby girl. She sleeps with me at night. She used to sleep between a pillow between my wife and I. Now she sleeps right by my chest. Just loves to be with me. Okay. Let's see what we got going here. What we got going now. Okay. I don't like that line there. There we go. All right. Are we good? Because I think that I'm almost ready to call it a night. I don't usually go past 4 o'clock, but I don't see anything really happening here. So, guys, what's that song with the Beatles, From Me to You? If there's anything that you want, if there's anything I can do, with love from me to you. You got me. Okay. Alright. Johnny Trey's not interested. Get rid of that. Pop Josh, what was he? I don't know. What happened there? If anybody ever hears from Pop Josh, I really want to know. I miss that guy. I miss his trainings. He taught me a lot. And with that, folks, I'm going to call it a day. Alright? Good talking with all of you. Anybody got any other questions? Last second. I'll be streaming again. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know. Tomorrow I got a car that I'm selling, making like $6,000 hopefully. So I'd rather just take off the day. All right, guys. Then I will see you later. Good talking with you all. My wife should be home any minute. And I gotta go cook. So I got 6 pieces of chicken in there that I gotta get ready, figure out what type of a vegetable. I'm a better cook than my wife, so as some of you know I'm a good chef. So I'm gonna go cook something up, and I am hungry. I had no lunch, but I'm trying to skip lunch, stay away from the sweets, and it's been real tough. So with that, guys, I'm gonna say goodnight. All right, good night, all. I'll leave the stream on for a while. Thank you, EB. We'll talk later. Did that go in? Oh, I typed in the wrong one. Oh shoot, where did it go? Oh, can't believe where that went. Hold on. I got two keyboards here, so it doesn't always go where I want it to. I don't have a kind of streamer that goes from stock to stock, so right now I'm still on RDBX. Unless you want me to change it to watch another stock, I don't see anything moving. And if I pull up my 6-in-1, I have a 6-in-1 that shows me 6 stocks. There is nothing. The only thing is APYX did move a little. It did go up. APYX went up about 20 cents. And CRTD is dead, went down. NVIDIA didn't really do much. Snap still held its gains. The SPY still at 404. With that, I don't see really much going on. So, with that, I'm going to close it up. Alrighty, guys. I don't do any of that yow type stuff, and I don't do any, I just don't do any of that stuff. So, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night.